Okay, everybody. Hi, welcome. Sorry for all that nonsense. This this is insane. They were supposed to start at one point. They said they were starting at the top of the hour. They decided to start 15 minutes early. I'm bringing up the stream so we can jump right into it here. Welcome. Thank you for following me over here. We've got to sort everything out and get where we need to go. This is one of these deals that happens when you quit one stream only to jump straight into yet another stream. So we will bring up the law and crime feed today. They were echoing yesterday, so we'll be doing good here. Hang on real quick. Bringing up the stream.
Okay. And what does that change
This is
things for
apparently
you
one of the
as a
officers.
Yes, it heightens the level of safety and precaution
Phew.
and training that we use on the particular subject.
Welcome, everybody. This
Okay.
is
Do
our
you remember
killer,
who issued
allegedly.
the bolo?
A bolo is
Initially,
be
it
on
was
the
from
lookout.
Texas Ranger EJ Salinas, and then it came through our chain of command from Captain Lieutenant on down.
All right, so let's fast forward a little bit into that evening. Explain to ladies and gentlemen jury what you were doing in the execution of your duties.
Yes, so once we got the bolo to be on the lookout to go look for Juan David ORTIZ, I used my training experience based on the facts that I knew at the time and the type of women he was targeting. So I went to the area in Laredo where these women would hang out, and I was patrolling that area.
So he was patrolling the area
As
where
I was going south
prostitutes
on
are
San
known to
Bernardo, I
hang
looked over
out
to
there.
my left and I see the white Dodge pickup that matched the description of possibly Juan David Ortiz's vehicle.
Mm.
I made a left onto Jefferson into the parking lot. I pulled up behind the white Dodge vehicle. I confirmed the license plate. I ran it in my in-car mobile CAD. It did come back to Juan David Ortiz. I saw Juan David Ortiz exit the vehicle, and I knew it was him based on the driver license photo.
So let this sink in.
And
He's on
he
the run
entered
from the police.
convenience store. I wrapped around.
They have a be
to
on the
pretend
lookout
pump gas,
for him,
and I called for
and
backup
he's
immediately.
already going after prostitutes while on the
You
run
remember
from
more
police.
or less at what time this occurred?
I do not recollect the exact time.
No, but an approximate time. Is it 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock? 1 o'clock?
Probably close to midnight, a little before or after.
Okay. So you actually see him. Do you explain to the jury? You catch a glimpse of him from his back walking in.
No, as I'm going southbound on San Bernardo, I'm
This guy's not very
glimpsing,
smart.
scanning side to side, and I see a white Dodge pickup that matches it. I pull into that. I pull into Jefferson to get into the parking lot, and then as I'm running the plates, I see him exit the passenger vehicle, and he's facing me, not directly, but facing me enough for me to see his face as he was walking into the store.
Okay. So you take a position near the gas pumps.
Yes, sir.
Being that you received that advisory on the armed and dangerous, what actions, if any, do you take?
For us, per training, we take the highest level so that it becomes a felony stop.
Okay. And what is a felony stop?
A felony stop is anybody that's committed a felony or higher that's likely to endanger us.
Okay.
So we
But
take an extra precaution.
Okay. And what are those extra precautions?
Once we are able to see the subject, we give him commands to put his hands in the air, to turn around, to put him in a position of disadvantage, to get him on his knees or on his stomach, and then we'll try to take him into custody.
Okay. That was your plan.
Yes.
As part of your felony stop procedures, what type of force are you going to initially utilize?
Initially, just command, passive.
Okay. Is it it's verbal?
Yes, it's verbal.
Do you deploy any of your tools, weapons
In the beginning, no.
Okay, so at this point in time, where is your sidearm?
It's in my holster.
Okay, and based on your training experience, at what point in time are you going to take out your sidearm and point it at a subject?
Only when possibly deadly force is authorized.
Okay, In this particular case, did you at ever, anytime, take out your sidearm towards and point it at Mr. Ortiz?
The sidearm, no. I deployed my AR style rifle that was issued to me.
Okay, okay. So you back me up then.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
back up. How did you then explain to the jury how you got your rifle?
So once I pulled into the gas station, just because I knew I parked a great ways away, a rifle is better used for a longer distance, just in case anything were to happen. So as I parked, I deployed my AR rifle and I got a position of advantage and waited for backup.
Okay. At this point in time, where is the subject?
He's in the convenience store.
Okay. Does your backup already arrive while he's in there?
It takes him about, I would say maybe 10 seconds most. He arrives. I inform him where he's at and that this is his vehicle. He's inside the store.
Okay. All right. So walk us through what happened.
So at that point, I go back to my position advantage and Trooper Obregon gets ready. He's preparing to get his sidearm as well. Then Juan David ORTIZ exit the vehicle. And as soon as he exits, I give him commands to put his hands in the air and to turn around.
You said vehicle. You mean store?
It's sorry, yes, as he exited the store. Sorry. And as he exited the store, I give him commands to put his hands in the air and to turn around.
Okay. So tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what does Ortiz do when he sees you and when you give him these initial verbal commands?
At first, he questions. He says, "Well, why we're there? What's going on?" I give him commands again to put his hands in the air and to turn around. He's questioning again. What's the reason for it? At this point, me and my partner are speaking over each other. My partner asked me to not speak so he can negotiate or to speak with Juan David ORTIZ. So I lowered my voice so he could speak with him clearly so we wouldn't talk over each other.
One partner telling the other partner to shut up.
Okay. And what is your partner doing?
He's trying to de-escalate at the time and get him to comply, and he's informing them of the reason why we are there and why we're looking for him.
What is Ortiz doing all this time?
He's kind of backtracking. At one point, he starts patting himself down and pretend, "Hey, don't back up, turn around," and then eventually he turns around and takes off running southbound towards Jefferson.
So when you first encounter him, he doesn't stand still. He's
No,
moving.
this is
No,
they're not
he's
seeking the
fidgeting.
death
He's
penalty in
moving
this
around.
case.
Okay. At this point in time, do you see a weapon?
No, but I'm conscious since it was armed and dangerous, and then based on my training experience, he was patting himself, possibly looking for something, and that heightened it.
I'm going to object to non-responsive and narrative.
Okay, ask your next question. Wait for the next question.
Just wait for the question.
How's the
He
volume?
runs.
Do we need to pump up
Yes.
the volume in the court,
Southbound.
or what do we need to do?
Southbound towards Jefferson.
Okay, along the expressway.
No, he southbound towards Jefferson, then eastbound on Jefferson, and then southbound on the frontage.
So he runs on Jefferson towards the access road.
Yes,
That would be San Dario,
yes, San Dario.
and then south towards the hotel.
Yes, and then west on Constantinople, and then
Constantinople.
south on San Bernardo.
What do you do at this time? I mean, are you behind him, or tell us the rest?
Yes,
of the
at this
story?
time, as soon as he runs for me, I immediately chase after him. I'm on foot, chasing him with my rifle. He gets down, so we go down Jefferson, then we go down the French Santa Ursula, I believe it's called. And then once we turn onto Constantinople, I transition from my rifle to my taser to try to get him to stop. I deployed my taser twice, but it was ineffective due to the distance between us.
And he gets away from you.
He gets away.
What at this point, if anything, do you do?
So we continue on the foot chase, and then we
Again,
go
if
down
you're
San
gonna be
Bernardo.
running from
As we're going down
police,
San Bernardo, I see him take a
when
sharp
you're
left
suspected of
into
killing
an
prostitutes,
open area.
don't go see prostitutes.
At that point, I come to a stop. Based on our training, we cut the pie. We don't take 90-degree angles by ourselves or abruptly, just for safety purposes. So I waited for my partner to cut that pie. That's what we call turning the corner.
So when you get to that 90-degree turn on San Bernardo and Constantinople, you don't take that. You don't walk around that corner.
And yes, on that one, down Constantinople, we go down San Bernardo, and he goes into an open area to possibly a parking garage or a fenced area. At that 90-degree angle, we took it together.
Gotcha. Oh, what am I exhibit? Somewhere on.
Omnis Dash Gaming. Oh, come on. Love you, Law and Crime. Asked, why is this guy on trial? He's on trial for allegedly murdering 4 prostitutes. And while on the run from the police as a suspect for murdering 4 prostitutes, he's picked up while soliciting prostitutes. If there was any way of getting caught for that crime, that's what it would be. Just hang out with the prostitutes and he'll show up sooner or later. This guy is not the smartest tool in the shed. Sharpest tool in the shed.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 19.
He may deserve to
Yes, sir.
fry, but
Familiar
this is a
with this
non-death
DVD?
penalty case.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's a DVD footage video of the Stripes and Jefferson Corner interaction.
Okay. Have you viewed the contents of this DVD?
Yes, I have.
And do the contents accurately depict what's contained within the DVD?
Yes, sir, it does.
And does it accurately depict the events that you were involved in on September the 15th of 2018?
Yes, sir, it does.
And what is this right here?
That's my initials in cursive, JB.
Okay.
We've had an opportunity to view this and have no objection.
That was 18, right?
Yep.
That is correct.
He's
You're
no
offering
rocket
19,
surgeon.
you're offering-
Exactly.
He's offering it. States 19. No, it's the Stripes Jefferson.
State's Exhibit
19.
19 will be admitted into evidence this time.
Can we publish
It's
it?
a very sharp
Yes, sir.
shed. Hey, I'll mix my metaphors if I want to mix my metaphors. It's my damn channel.
Yes, sir.
You guys are killing me. All right, well, we got this little pause here. Most certainly not. Brendan Lesko says the chat has joined the dark side and is agreeing with me. This is for Friday. Add it to my bill. I haven't had a drink yet tonight. I'll add this one to Friday's bill. Everything else, if anything else comes of it this evening, will be consumed on the spot until I can no longer consume on the spot. But we'll put this one in the bank for Friday. We'll discuss that later, what that's all about. But it's on the list for Friday now. Making it on the list. 8.5 shots are what I owe the world on Friday. And Pinochet's helicopter tours says, a year ago, would you imagine you'd be doing this? You mean sitting up after midnight, streaming a trial to several hundred people? No, but I'm loving it. It's actually quite enjoyable because you guys are all awesome. And TC Barnett says, Legal Vices, you have become my legal vice. Oh, thanks. Love the show, love the community, and love you. Where can I find your list of recommendations of whiskey?
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
I don't
We're
have a
looking
list.
at the surveillance video from
I
the
just
Stripes
have lots of
parking lot.
whiskey. If you ask, I'll give recommendations on certain things. Or join Friday. Our Friday stream is wide open topics. So if there want a particular whiskey, just let me know and we can give you a recommendation.
And please indicate when you appear, if you appear on the screen.
Yes, sir.
And also please indicate if Mr. Ortiz appears on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Eva Torres, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm happy you're here too. What a team we make, right?
That's me initially going northbound on 35.
That's northbound on
I
San Bernardo.
mean, northbound on San Bernardo. Correction, sorry.
How do you sleep and work? I had wine last night and felt like a zombie. Work from home. I got a few hours sleep, but I finished work here and I got 2 hours sleep, and now I'm here. And I'll do my best to hang on as long as possible. Again, probably bail around the lunch break, but we'll see how I feel. I'm feeling good so far. And most certainly not Brandon Lesko. How about this? You are thirsty. I'm doing insane modeling and need entertainment. Just pull that half shot forward and we can do a 1.5 now to get you properly inebriated. Well, we'll see how it goes, but thank you so much. Most certainly not Brandon Lesko. Deeply appreciated. Give me a second. We've got 874 watching and only 309 likes so far. Come on, guys. Get down there and hit that like button. Get us out there. Let YouTube know that you like this program, this type of programming, the commentary on the murder trials, so that we can continue to make the channel grow. I deeply appreciate it if about 500 of you that haven't hit that like button would just go down there and just tickle that like button. Just light it up. Let's get us up to a massive number of likes. It's really odd that they're not providing a little bit of commentary with this video. I wouldn't want the jury to be bored. I would be asking questions, no matter how inane they are, to keep the jury interested and involved in the video. I mean, they're just looking at two cars in a parking lot now, thinking, why are we watching this?
Can you give us a heads up when you're going to pull in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just continue watching and let us know when something interesting happens. It's not the most effective way to present the case. Crystal Pontac says, Jeff sounds like one of those Smooth Sunday radio DJs, but you'll never guess where I got my start in broadcasting. Way back in the day, in the late 80s, I got my start on Sunday morning radio, doing American Top 40. And I did radio for about 5 years before I gave it up for the practice of law and money. And now I'm doing it again. So I have fun doing the broadcasting again. It takes me back to the early days of life.
Your Honor, with the court's permission and the agreement by defense, can we fast forward to the relevant?
Oh, please, for God's sake, fast forward.
You may.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah. You should have got that stipulation long before this happened. Jeff's a nerd. Well, thank you, Bobby Baloney. I guess.
All right. Okay.
Legal Vices has great
Now, if you
microphone
can walk us
enunciation.
Yeah. So after reviewing this video, that it's Juan David Ortiz's white Dodge pickup pulling in, and shortly after I pass southbound on San Bernardo, it should be coming up pretty soon.
If you can speak into the mic loudly, please.
Oh,
We can hear
sorry.
you.
So Juan David Ortiz's vehicle has already pulled in. That's my vehicle at the light. I just turned westbound to Jefferson, and I'm pulling into the gas station parking lot.
What are you doing right here?
Right here, I'm pulling up behind them to determine if the license plates match. So I'm running them in my mobile CAD system. At that same time, I'm seeing Juan David Ortiz exit his vehicle and walk into the store.
Does he didn't turn and look at you?
Not that I noticed. I think he was just focused on entering the store. And then I pulled into the gas station to pretend to pump gas while I called for immediate backup.
And he was pretending to pump hookers.
Does he in fact enter
Sorry.
the store?
Yes, he does.
What are you doing at this time?
I'm preparing my AR, DPS AR rifle and taking a position of advantage on the opposite side of my engine block.
Taking position with your
pointed
rifle?
at the store.
Damn, what, you don't got a handgun, bro?
Does Obregón know what's going on?
Yes.
Okay,
And then
now what's happening here?
And Juan David Ortiz just exited the vehicle. As soon as he exited, I told him to put his hands in the air to turn around.
Exited the store.
What was that?
He exited the store.
Yes, he exited the store. While we're giving him these commands, he was questioning us, asking what's going on.
Steph, the
what's
altar nerd
happening.
in the house.
I believe he stated he didn't know what was going on. We tried to give him commands, and we saw him slowly stepping to the left. And then, as Trooper Obi-Wan's giving him commands after I allowed him to speak, he informs them of the reason why we're there and why we're looking for him. And then shortly after, he turns and takes off running. And there. And then me and Trooper Obi-Wan chase after him.
What trooper was running first, sir? Was that you?
Depending on your advantage, I'm the one on the left. Trooper Obi-Wan is the one on the right. And eventually, I take the lead.
You passed up over the
Yes.
I'm assuming that his partner had a handgun and they just
Did you
didn't
have your body
break out
cam,
their rifle,
deployed?
but it doesn't really matter.
I did have my body cam, but it was eventually knocked off by my AR. When we went back to look for it, the Stripes employee that you just saw on the screen informed us that the 18-wheeler tanker had ran over it and it was destroyed.
An
Oh,
18-wheeler
no.
ran over your
Yes, sir.
camera.
An 18-wheeler
I
ran
believe
over
you watched the rest of the video. You can see the 18
body
pull up.
cam. Oops.
What about Javier?
His body cam was working and it was eventually submitted.
Well, his partner's was working and was submitted, so it wasn't like they both fell off and both mysteriously got run over by an 18-wheeler.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yourself.
All right, during quick of this, Mike Middleton, legal vices, intercourse, marry, and delete. Shabusiness, Clenny, and Amber Heard. Oh, shame on you for even making me think that. Shabusiness is dangerous. She's got to go. God, this is Mary. Boy, I'd have to go with the Mary Amber Heard because Clenny scares me. We'll just smash and dash her because I don't want to marry her because she can break jaws with those left hooks. Apparently, that's like asking if you want to be strangled, burned, or shot to death. Jeez. Derangia, your streams make my mornings more interesting. Well, I'm glad you said that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. And Michelle Cavernos, that's what she said. Dang, I wish I knew what that was in relation to. I always like a good "that's what she said" joke. So, all right, again, why we got off to kind of a rocky start here because the trial was supposed to start at 9:30 local time. Then apparently they changed it to 10 a.m. local time, and then apparently the court decided to split the difference and start at 9:45. So I had to I had to go long on my other stream. Then I had to cut it short. That was kind of a cluster getting out of that, and then we've dumped into this one, and we'll keep going as long as we can. This guy is stone cold, man. Just he's got this thing like right there when he just does this stare and glare at the cam. We don't like this guy. And I know I've said this a few times already, but the guy literally has a thing for prostitutes. He has a lookout for him, be on the lookout for by the police. And all they do is they go, I know what we can do. Let's just go where the prostitutes hang out because he'll show up here eventually. And he did.
18 will be admitted into evidence.
If you're being suspected of killing prostitutes, just don't go hang out with more prostitutes. Go as far away from prostitutes as you can get.
So when he takes a left on San Bernardo, is he in your sight?
After the pursuit, like the final left onto something else, is that what you're asking? Yes, he's in my sight.
Do you turn the corner and see him run up the ramp?
I do not. At that point, I wait based on my tactical training. Like I said, we cut the pie as a team, and I waited for Trooper Obi-Wan.
Cut the pie as a
So
team.
is there another structure before the parking lot ramp?
Yes. So directly next to that parking garage ramp, there's a fence, and that goes into, I believe it was an abandoned property at the time.
So there's two possibilities of where he's at.
Exactly.
Okay. And you hold off
Yes.
for backup.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Dude, could you get a bigger knot on that tie?
Okay.
I like how all cops and detectives just have ill-fitting suits. It's like part of the uniform. They just have to have ill-fitting suits. I'm pretty sure the bolo, the Be on the Lookout, was issued because the survivor got away. Exactly. If anyone had a thing for prostitutes, was guilty, you'd be effed, pun intended. Yeah.
Trooper Bradshaw,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you this USB.
That's marked as States Exhibit 20.
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with this USB?
Yes, sir.
And how do you know you're familiar with it?
That was shown to me, and I verified the contents of it, and I initialed it.
These are your initials?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what are the contents of this
Uh,
USB?
It's an aerial view of the route of the foot pursuit we had.
Okay. It's a satellite view
Yes.
of the actual route that you.
Now, is it an aerial
Yes.
view or a
which will
satellite
assist
view?
the jury
Different.
in your location in Laredo, Webb County, Texas.
Yes, sir.
It's a satellite. Yeah, it's taken from Google. Google Earth. It shows the stripes.
No objection. And that's exhibit 20, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're offering it, States exhibit number,
States Exhibit 20.
it will be
Permission to publish.
admitted into evidence at this time, yes. You may publish.
All right, again, guys, reach down there and hit that like button. That would be deeply appreciated. We got 926 of you watching and only 474 likes. I know you guys don't think about those likes a lot, but we as content creators do. We need those likes. That's what YouTube uses. That's one of the major things that the YouTube looks at when deciding whether to promote or recommend a channel is the likes. So I'd just be super
with the
happy if
court's
you'd hit that.
permission, can Trooper Bradshaw approach the screen to show?
You may, sir. We have a,
We have a pointer.
let's see, there's one here, let me bring mine.
You can even draw on the screen. There's a way to do it.
You want to find out which one, please? Do this for now. You can check in here. You know. Up to you. Or-
I got this laser pointer. It looks like
Right
it
here?
does work, Your Honor.
Oh, there you go.
You see this?
Yeah.
It's a red button.
Or you want to come around this way?
Come over here, Trooper. Trooper, come over here.
All right. Well, while they're effing themselves here, Michelle Caverneau said those are serial killer eyes. I already hate his lawyers a lot. Don't hate his lawyers. He has a right to a defense, and his lawyers have an obligation to provide these services. This is their duty. This is their job. He has a right, and they have an obligation to do this. Don't hate the lawyers for doing their job. That's all I can really say. That just don't hate the lawyers. This is literally their
Where
job.
we're
This
at
is
and
literally their
orient
duty and
us as
responsibility.
to your locations.
So this is the eventual layout of the foot pursuit, but this right here is San Bernardo and Jefferson, and this is the stripes where I encountered Juan David ORTIZ.
Is that red dot?
Yes, sir.
I'm not seeing it. Okay.
I don't see it.
You don't see
It's
it.
on the top.
Oh, they can't see.
Yeah, 'cause I can't see it either. So
Yeah.
if you need to step up here, sir,
Yeah.
you can come this way. Mr. Maurice, can you escort him here? I don't know. We can figure out how to open this later. There might be some blood on the back. There you go.
Yes, so this is San Bernardo and Jefferson, and this is the stripes where I encountered Juan David ORTIZ.
Okay. Okay. Describe the streets first of all the streets at the,
The route that he took.
yes.
So this is gonna be Jefferson, down Frontage Road, Santa Ursula. And this is eventually the area that we're talking about where we didn't know if we went up the ramp or the abandoned property.
Can you orient us as to north, south, east, and west?
Yes. So from the stripes, we went on to Jefferson. We went
This is the official
eastbound,
government issued
and then
pointing
we went
stick.
southbound onto Santa Ursula Frontage Road, and then went westbound onto Constantinople, and then back southbound on San Bernardo, where he took another left eastbound, but not exactly sure we went up the ramp or to the abandoned property.
Where's I-35 on this photo?
This is IH-35, and this is his frontage road.
Okay, that's right there. Stop. This is a probably a better view.
Yes.
Please indicate to us the streets again.
So this is going to be San Bernardo and Jefferson.
When you spot Ortiz's vehicle, in what direction are you traveling when you see it?
I'm traveling southbound, and then I
Look to the left.
I take a left onto Jefferson from San Bernardo and pull into the parking lot right here in this direction.
Where was his vehicle parked?
In one of these two parking spots over here.
Okay.
If we followed here, does that make us all stalkers? Hey, if I want you here, that's not stalking. The stick of the pointing.
Okay, where does this show us now?
So this shows us at the intersection of Jefferson and Santa Ursula, or frontage road.
And this is all the exciting
Then we
foundation.
continue
They have to
on
show where
southbound
the
to
chase
the
occurred, how
intersection
far
of
they
Santa
ran.
Ursula, frontage road, and
When you say
Constantinople.
we continue, are you indicating the foot
Yes,
chase?
we're continuing on
This,
in the
this is
foot
just
pursuit.
crossing
I'm still chasing
T's
after
and
him.
dotting I's.
So show me with the ruler the path you're taking.
So we here we're running either I don't know exactly where he's at, but I'm running on the highway down the street southbound, and then I take this right hand turn to Constantinople.
All
And
right,
then
show us.
so
Continue on.
And then as we're coming down Constantinople, about halfway, I try to deploy my taser twice to no avail. I switch back to my AR rifle, and then we both make this turn from Constantinople to San Bernardo southbound. And then as we approach this open area, I didn't know what it was at that time, but the garage or abandoned property, he takes a sharp left.
Yes, but when you take that left, there on that corner, you lose sight of him for a few seconds.
No, I'm still behind him. I lose sight of him shortly after he makes this turn.
But when he makes,
has about like 20 feet on me, so when he makes that turn, I lose sight of him as he's turning, and I'm catching up.
earlier you testified that there was a fence that you weren't sure if he would have jumped into a property or gone up the ramp. Where would that fence have been?
Directly next to the parking garage. So as the parking garage goes up, that fence goes all along its border.
The abandoned property that you made reference to, where is it on this video?
It's this abandoned property. I believe it's the whole thing, but this is where I suspect that he may have jumped his fence into this area.
And was that area lit?
No, it was dark.
It was abandoned.
Yeah.
And it looks like, well, there's a bunch of trees in there. It's a dark place.
Bunch of trees, leftover junk, stuff like that. So it was hard to see. The only thing that was lit was the parking ramp.
So at that point in time, you make the decision not to pursue into the abandoned property or the ramp. You wait for,
Yeah. Just
for
for the
that.
fear if we bypassing him and he ends up behind us.
Okay, what are we seeing here then? That was the last image of the ramp.
It was the ramp all the way to the platform, and then it goes into the parking garage.
Okay, thank you. Have a seat.
This guy is, I mean, he has not changed facial expressions once that I've seen in 2 days.
I asked you if your partner, Javier Obregón, also had a body cam.
Yes, sir.
He did.
Yes, sir.
Are you on that body cam?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 21.
Have you viewed this video?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and what does this video depict?
The events that happened that night.
Resting murder face.
Between me, Trooper Obregón, and Juan David ORTIZ.
Nice.
And does including video and audio of your commands
Yes, sir.
to Juan David Ortiz
Yes, sir.
from the vantage point of officer to subject.
Yes, sir.
The witness, the subject of this body cam, is going to testify afterwards. So, in the condition of admissibility, we have no objections, Your Honor.
Conditional upon him testifying.
Yes, Your Honor.
So State's Exhibit 21 is admitted into evidence at this time.
This guy. Yeah. Most certainly not. Brendan Lesko says, "Hey people, like the stream or I will treat Jeff's liver like a 2-bit hook her and then no YouTube entertainment for you." Also, what are we drinking today, kind sir? First of all, if you do that, they won't hit the like because they want to save my liver. They want me to they want me to abuse my liver. Hit the like and he'll abuse my liver more. Do whatever. Just hit the like button. We've got almost 1,000 people here and 563 likes. Just hit that like button. What are we drinking today? Where is it? Today is Kirkland's from Costco Isla single malt Scotch whiskey. It is clearly a Lafroig in the bottle. It's a Lafroig bottled under the Kirkland name. Good stuff. All right, get the body cam chase here.
That's a strip right there. He walked inside.
He walked inside?
Yeah.
3845. I'm with Bradshaw. Are you in contact?
Bro.
What is it?
Put your hands up! Turn around! Turn around!
Oh, so this is where
Turn around! Turn around! Whose voice is that?
That's my voice.
What did you just say?
I asked him to put his hands in the air and to turn around.
And you're screaming these commands.
Yes, sir.
Hands up, turn around.
wave your hands
What's
in
he
the
doing
air
at this
like you
moment?
just don't care, like you're a true player.
Kind of shocked I would say at the time, and just kind of like fidgeting.
I'd be
Stop
shocked
right
if
there.
a
Stop,
two cops with a
stop,
rifle
stop,
pointed at me and said,
stop.
stop, especially
Is
if I
this your
killed 4
truck?
hookers.
Is this your truck? Okay, all right. Turn around. Turn around.
Get on your
hands
knees.
Turn around. I'll explain to you right now. Turn around. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you. Okay, Bradshaw, I'm gonna do the talking.
Okay. Whose voice is that?
That's Trooper Obregón.
What is the response that Ortiz says? Did you
What was
hear-
that?
Did you hear Ortiz's response?
Eventually he said, I don't know what's going on. I believe he says I'm scared or something like that.
Rewind it and play it. One more time. I want you to listen.
Yeah.
To his response.
Rip Biggie. How many shots is Jeff at for Friday now? I've got 8.5 shots in the bank. So we'll talk about Friday at the next break here, during the morning break.
All right, can we open it another player? Because this format is not responding. Take us a second.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Come on, prosecution. Got to have your stuff together. You should have known that it wasn't working before you tried to make it work. That ain't good. Legendary Racing says Kirkland from Costco. Never would have guessed. But there are people who have never been inside of a Costco and don't know that Kirkland is the Costco in-house brand label. And some of their whiskey, some of their alcohol is really good, some is really bad. Like, stay away from the Kirkland spiced rum. Ugh. That's poison.
Stop right there. Stop. Is this your truck? Is this your truck? Okay. All right. Turn around.
Hang on a second.
Turn around. Get on your knees. Turn around. I'll explain to you right now. Turn around. Okay. I'm gonna explain to you. Okay, Brett, I'm gonna do the talking. All right, sir. We got a positive ID with some. This truck right here is matching with the potential, with the murders that's been happening within the past 2 weeks. We wanna do an interview. We wanna do some questioning. We just need for you to cooperate with us, okay? All right, fine. Make my way. Just turn around and make my way this way, okay? Turn around.
What'd I miss?
Just turn around. Turn around, please. Turn around. Hey!
Where are you in relation to Obregon right now?
I'm in front of him.
You're in front of him already.
Yes, sir.
Run for the
Okay,
donut
and
shop.
Ortiz
They'll
is
never think to
taking
look
off on
there.
foot.
Yes, sir.
Okay, other guy's got the rifle. This guy does have his handgun, so that's good. And how out of shape do you have to be for a cop in full utility gear to chase you down? Run, Forrest, run!
Oh, shit. Watch out.
Okay, what's happening right here?
So we're making our final turn onto San Bernardo, and
Well, now for
I
those of you
see
being hard
Juan
on the
David
cops,
ORTIZ
realize
is
they've
quite
got
distance
like
ahead of me,
20
and then he'll
pounds
finally
of
make
gear
this
on
left
them.
turn to that abandoned property garage platform area.
Is that you in the front with a light on your?
On my rifle, yes.
You have a light on your rifle,
Yes, sir.
and it's on.
Yes.
Watch out. Where's he at? I don't got it. You don't have it either? Okay, bro, I got it. No, bro. He went out here. He's in here.
Obregon's pointing his flashlight at that fence, right? Thinking
Yes, sir.
he's gone into that abandoned property,
Yes, sir.
and you were already thinking of going up that ramp.
Yes. We were indecisive at that moment.
Being these both scenarios, what do you all decide to do?
I make the call to block off that block, and we quarantine. I mean, the quarantine. We surround that area with local PD until we can clear both areas.
What law enforcement agencies responded? Was it Laredo PD or Webb County Sheriff's?
It was Laredo PD, Webb County Sheriff's Office, DPS, and then eventually the Texas Rangers.
Hey, wait.
That's the abandoned property you make
Yes, sir.
reference to? Okay. It looks like it's unkept with tall grass. And
Yeah, and as we knew at the time, it was unlivable.
CrossFit fails everybody eventually.
remember the weather that night?
Initially, it was pretty dry, and then I would say before we made entry, it started to rain.
Started to rain that day.
Yes.
We got it, bro. Yeah, he's in here. He's in here, bro.
Well, Ramon's convinced he's in that property.
Yes.
He's in here, bro. Yeah. He's in here, bro. He's in here. We don't know. That's where we lost him when he did the corner. He cut in, so he's gonna be on this right here, on this section right here. We need a unit on that side, bro.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yeah, hey, they're sending that guy. No, I'm good with this one, bro. Ready?
Where's the last place you saw him?
Right here, on this corner right here. That's where we stopped.
He made it all the way up, so he's got to be in the 10-4. This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to stay right here. I'm going to go up top. Top cover. 10-4?
Yeah, let's go. All right.
Could you please repeat that? You didn't say bro.
David Ortiz, come out!
Oh,
State police!
that guy's serious. Jeez. David Ortiz.
That's Trooper Lyons.
Trooper Lyons?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
David Ortiz, come out.
Come out! Yeah, I'm good. Carmen, I want to see him. He's got to be, bro. He could have made it all the way over there.
Got anything in that gap right there?
No, nothing, bro.
10-4.
Just send in the bitey dogs. If you know he's in there, just send some bitey dogs in him. Where's Curfew when you need him? Bring in Curfew the bitey dog. Una, my chat is the best chat on the entire internet. The Vice
In the
Squad.
interest of time and economy here, how long is this search take place to cover and secure and clear all these areas?
I would say about 2.5 hours.
Oh Jesus, he was going to make us watch the whole 2.5
So
hours.
2.5 hours, you're clearing, you're securing, doing all this. Eventually, does it lead to the apprehension?
Yes, it does.
Do you personally enter the building with the SWAT team?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, this guy's not in the best running shape, but hey, whatever.
This is state exhibit
Probably better shape than I am. So.
18.
We already have an 18.
Okay, well then this you're familiar with this anyways, right?
Yes.
It has your initials.
Yes, and my initials.
Okay, very good.
Turn that in. That's enough.
Chopper, sick balls.
That was 18.
That is 18, Your Honor. That's been admitted.
Yes.
Never, never. Bork nom noms. They have a technical name. Yes, they do. Bitey dogs makes them sound cute, though.
You have your,
What about to get granted?
Yeah.
What about to get granted? Chingao. Did he went after somebody earlier? We dropped the body. He came back this way.
It's just a coincidence, huh?
Like two female persons in la truck. Y no mata la post en el medio aquí en ese. Pero no chequé. Pero dije que había una magazine también.
Time and economy. You can fast forward to the relevant portion. Real quick, what's going on here for the jury's information?
So we're just collecting the information that we had because everybody has different pieces of information.
Liaison on
so
donut shops
we're
in the
coming
area.
together and we're coming up with a pretty much game plan. And
You go get
Webb
donuts, you go get coffee. Let's go get the
SO
donuts.
offered the SWAT team, and then DPS volunteered to go in with them.
Okay.
Ya de madre no, ya se vino. We're thinking ahorita no hay pedo.
you have your.
Ver qué hice como quiera. It's up to. Shit happens. We pull back, grab it, pull back. All right, and we reassess. And we know the rent.
Yeah, we already have one up there.
Yeah, you have one up there.
Yeah, I got one up
Okay.
top watching that.
Okay, we'll go meet up with the rent.
What is guy?
Excomer says, is there no physical requirement for cops in the U.S.? Allegedly, there are. The
Can you
standards
identify
are
who
not very
who we
high.
have here?
Yes, this is Texas Ranger Salinas on the far right.
Walker,
I
Texas
don't
Ranger.
know exactly who the Laredo PD officer is. Captain Calderon from Webb County. I don't know exactly the other officer from Webb County is, and it's Trooper Obi-Wan, and then more Webb County personnel.
Okay, so you have the two lead investigators on site, which is Captain Fred Calderon and Texas Ranger EJ Salinas on the
Yes,
right.
sir. Let me go with this guy. Nah, what?
When I was giving him the commands, you're like, let me get them commands.
I think they're putting together a plan to get you people to hit that like button because there's 1,000 of you here and only 634 likes.
This building or the next one. Now there's a gap.
Hit that like button.
That's where already happened, and we were. As soon as you turn.
Hey, give me 4 people right now, going that way, follow those.
They're gonna go check those places that you guys were at. They're gonna check those places where you guys were saying that.
Hit that like button. Hit the like button.
At this point in time, what decisions
Smash
been
the
made?
like button.
We
You know you want to.
we determined that the abandoned property was clear and that we were gonna move over to the parking garage.
You begin to enter the ramp
Yes, sir. All the way up, and we're gonna clear floor by floor.
4 by floor. Okay.
Yeah, this didn't have to take 2.5 hours. Like I said, just release the FOUR missiles.
Do you see yourself on this video?
Yes, on the far left one right there, in front of Trooper we got.
Wait, did I hear what? I was probably talking. No, what did you hear?
Remember the name of the hotel at this time?
It changes names, but I believe at the time it was called the Ava Hotel.
Ava or Ava or however you want to pronounce
Yeah, AVA.
it.
Ava Maria.
Underneath. What side are you on, Trooper?
So I'm on this left side from the body cam is Trooper Obregon, and I'm right in front of him.
You left side. If I'm looking at it, where are you?
I'm on the right side.
Okay.
So Trooper Obregon, and then me. I'm the second person in front.
You're holding up the rifle?
No, I'm the third. Yeah, sorry. I'm counting from the body cam.
How we can get to the bottom of this game.
Wow, this is really unnecessarily long, guys. I think we can all stipulate it took 2.5 hours and just kind of get to the part where they catch him. This is like watching a slow version of Call of Duty. Well, not really, because it was Call of Duty. They wouldn't stick together as a team. They'd all just fuck off in different directions and then bitch about how nobody followed them.
What is your understanding or impression as far as his of him being armed at this time?
We still believe he's armed and dangerous.
I think he's like armed and friendly.
Slow down. Let me catch up.
What's going on here? What are we seeing?
So the lead group is clearing the vast majority of the parking garage, and the SWAT commander took the last personnel and asked if he can clear all these little cracks in between these cars just to make sure he wasn't hiding underneath or behind a car.
So you're looking in between, underneath, and around cars and any
Yes.
cracks. That
Yes,
are-
sir. Okay.
No, I haven't had the third one yet. I've only had the second one. Well, this is showing he ran away from them, but it's showing it in excruciating detail. It doesn't need to be this long. This is showing the circumstance. He ran from the police, how they had to catch him, how he acted when they got him. But you can skip the whole bit in the middle. Just get the defense The defense would probably stipulate to the fact that, yes, they searched for him for 2.5 hours and you don't need to show it. But it's also dramatic. See, he's such a bad guy that they've got to have the SWAT team there to stalk him, to sniff him out, unlike the dog would have done in 3 seconds if they just would have had one on site. Hey. An officer breathing like Darth Vader. Can you fast forward it, Jeff? Oh God, I wish I could. This whole thing could have been over. They just would have found him and bang. Oh, sorry. Shit, I thought he was armed. Sexy cop videos. Beep reminds me of the shitty Tiger Electronics hand. I had baseball and football. Dude, don't breathe so hard. You're giving us away. I wish we could go faster than normal speed, but I'm not a time traveler. I can't go in the future.
Where are we at this point in time?
We're on the 4th floor, about to clear it.
Is he on the 4th floor?
Just the top floor? Do you recall?
Don't recollect if it's top floor or not, but I believe it's the 4th floor.
Okay.
Well, I'm curious as to where he was hiding. I am curious about that. But if he's not on the 4th floor, then don't show us the 4th floor.
Is that the truck?
Yes, that's the truck we ended up finding.
No, that's a
Juan
weapon.
David ORTIZ laying in the bed of.
He was hiding in the bed of a truck? Well, that's kind of a letdown.
I'll show you what's been marked as States Exhibit 22.
He is looking a little more
This is
nervous
fairly
than he was
inaccurate to
before.
depict the image on that day,
Yes, sir.
and that's the way you saw it on that day.
Yes.
What, like the police aren't going to look in the bed of a truck? You run from the cops for killing hookers by hanging out with hookers,
You're offering it?
and then you run into a parking
Exhibit
lot and
22
hide
that
in the
they
bed of
didn't
a
tell us.
truck. You need to go to jail for the rest of your life just for being an idiot, dude. This is going to end like the Blair Witch.
Get down! Get down!
That was it?
No further questions for this witness.
That was it? We didn't even get to see him in the back of the truck? All right, let's see what the defense can do with that. Officer, were you deliberately trying to bore us to death by filming that video? That's what it was, wasn't it? Well, the defense tries to figure out what to do. Yikes, how many Lefroy do you think you could knock back before identifying as a peat smoker? No, I love some Isla Scotch, some nice peaty Isla Scotch. Back there, like the first shelf and a half are just Isla Scotches. Love my Isla Scotch. It's not one you can do shots of, though. Lefroy is probably the most shot-worthy, but still. It becomes unpleasant at a point to do shots of Isla. And most certainly not Brandon Lesko says, friendly reminder, you skipped my second drink. Oh, no. No, I didn't. I had the second drink. I just didn't have the third one yet. Mm. Oh, Yeah, that was too fast for Brent Isla. Blech. It's really good, trust me. You just can't drink smoky, super smoky, peaty whiskeys quickly. Hey, I should be like the cop. Clear out the system. And Flux, boobies. Thank you for that, Flux. You've added a lot to the conversation. Michelle, throwing some South African currency at us. Look at the shoes they had to run in props. Well, see, that's another thing. That's what I've always wondered. We make the cops run in patent leather dress shoes. I have no problem with, cops wearing like black Nikes or something, your black running shoes. I mean, kind of is ridiculous to make them
Trooper
run in
Obregon,
patent leather shoes.
Good.
Trooper Bradshaw.
I'm sorry. Yes, Bradshaw. You testified at the last suppression hearing, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And in the video you heard, I think Obregon asked Mr. Ortiz, is this your pickup?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Ortiz answered, yeah.
Yes.
He took ownership, possession. He asserted his interest in the pickup, correct?
Yes.
He didn't abandon it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he didn't say, no, that's not my truck, right? He didn't say that.
I would characterize it differently.
I'm asking you, did he say, no, that's not my truck?
No, he did not.
Okay. And aside from the things that we saw in the video right now, what other, we know it continues, this video.
Yes.
And what participation other than what we saw in the video did you take? Did you go back to the truck?
I did not.
Okay. Well, tell me what you did after this.
So after this, we were able to get him in handcuffs. I get an order from Ranger Salinas for me to go get my unit so I could transport him. But I guess I took too long. So Webb County brought up a transport unit up and they took possession of him. And then after that, I made my way to the Webb County substation.
He was possessed? Is that what you're saying?
We know that your unit, if you will, was
Don't talk about his
down back
unit.
at the convenience store, correct?
Yes.
And when you went back down there, did you happen to see any activity around the pickup, the white Dodge?
Honestly, I do not recall. I went back to get my unit, to get my rifle and my vest. So that's why I went back.
Wait, you didn't have your vest and you were running like that?
To get your rifle and your vest?
Yes.
Okay,
Wait,
that's
what?
to go back up and continue.
Okay,
the
Yes.
search.
never mind. That was
So,
way back.
to get my vehicle, to move it closer so I can suit up, get my helmet, vest, and rifle.
Okay. And so when kind of like you're going to leave the scene, is your unit over by the convenience store?
Yes.
Okay. At that moment in time, did you see any activity around the white Dodge?
Honestly, I do not recall, but I'm sure there was. Somebody was probably towing that vehicle.
Somebody was
Probably towing that vehicle.
Okay. Okay. Nothing further. Thank you, Trooper.
Just real quick, Mr. Pettis here, the attorney was asking you about his response saying that, yes, this is my vehicle.
Yes.
And he also made a statement that Ortiz claimed ownership of his vehicle and did not abandon his vehicle.
Yes.
You began to answer and you were cut off,
Yes.
that you would characterize it differently.
Yes.
Explain why it is characterized differently.
Please.
The reason why I would characterize it differently is because even though he claimed ownership of that vehicle, he completely turned away and ran the opposite direction. So had he followed directions and just complied, it would have been a different scenario. So him running away from us and the location of his vehicle, I characterize as abandonment.
Abandonment.
Yes.
And that's what, in your training and experience,
Yes.
he abandoned his vehicle
Yes.
and therefore abandoned his rights to that vehicle.
Yes.
I'm going to object to that.
Hmm,
This is not
okay.
qualified to answer that question.
The same question you asked him.
text, same question. So he abandoned his rights to that vehicle.
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
Sustained.
No further questions.
Nothing further.
You missed it, though.
Thank you.
Okay, so that they're trying to cut off one avenue that the defense has to say that they illegally searched his
Look for your next
vehicle.
witness, sir.
So they're
State
saying no,
Coast
we didn't
Trooper
because he abandoned
Javier
his vehicle
Obregon.
and left it there. So we get to search it. Fedorovsky says at Corn Pope, the ratio should be more chilies than vinegar than its fresh style. The vinegar in non-fresh sauces is there so it can last forever, even in room temperature. No cuffs or legs restraints in courtroom. I'm thinking he might be handcuffed. He might have a leg restraint on because it's usually if nobody stands up. If none of the prosecution or defense stands up to ask the question, they're usually it's usually because they don't want to show how the defendant can't do that. I mean, it's just I don't know. I would be surprised if he didn't have at least handcuffs on or leg cuffs. But
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My
Probably
name is
not
Mr.
handcuffs,
Anís.
'cause the
I'm
jury can
DA
see
in
it.
Webb and Zapata. Could you
But he
please
could
state
just
your
be
full
sitting
name
there.
for the record?
Yes, sir. It's Abiel Alejandro
I don't know
Obregon.
is the short answer.
And how are you employed, sir?
Was
With
it
Texas
Mitt
DPS.
Romney? What
How
did that-
long?
what did
Close to 8 years, sir. 7 years to be exact. I'm sorry.
something about
you
Mitt Romney in
certified
the
peace
closed
officer?
caption?
Yes, sir, I am.
What are your duties, sir, as a state trooper?
To execute the mission of the department, sir, to protect and serve Texas and its citizens.
Now, I want to direct your attention back to September the 15th.
He's breathing hard and
2018.
he hasn't even run. He's
Do you
walked
remember
up to
that
the
day, sir?
stand.
Yes, sir.
Were you on duty that day?
Yes, sir, I was.
Okay, tell the ladies, some of the jury, what you were doing that day. Were you on duty in the morning or in the evening?
Terry
It was evening.
asks, is
routine
this
patrol
Mexico or the
35.
States? Holy. It's
Me and Bradshaw
literally
were
like
working nearby from each other
Laredo, Texas
on 35.
is literally on the
and that's
border.
when we received a text.
There's a line that runs between
stating the
Laredo in the
details
U.S. and New
of,
Laredo, or Nuevo Laredo in Mexico. It's literally on the
What
border.
the mission was, or what we were supposed to do.
Would that be a bolo, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was in that bolo, sir?
That bolo, that text message was a bolo, and it contained information regarding Ortiz. It had his picture from his DL, his driver's license from Texas. It had the 28, which is
Okay.
the license plate.
I don't know how
I can't recall the
geographically
license, but I
savvy
do
you are.
know, if I'm not mistaken, it was a DV plate, and the make and model of the vehicle as well. Also, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Also, within the text, there was it did say possibly armed and dangerous, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, sir. Do you see
You
Ortiz
keep
in the
thinking
courtroom
bolo
today?
ties. I
I
keep
do, sir.
thinking
He's right there.
Bolo, the
Can you
big
please guy point
in
him out in
Enter the
article clothing
Dragon
he's
with
wearing?
Bruce Lee.
Black suit, burgundy tie, and a gray shirt.
Okay. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit in the evening that time, but did you eventually encounter Ortiz?
I did, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us
Outside
about that.
I did encounter him. I was patrolling San Bernardo. Bradshaw went over the DPS radio and advised that he made contact with the vehicle that matched the vehicle that was described on text. I make his location. I was maybe a block away from him. I get there within 15 seconds, maybe even less.
You
Apart
ran a
my
block in
unit
15 seconds.
in front of Trooper
I'm
Bradshaw's
at
unit.
it.
My unit is right behind, I'd say 15, 20 yards behind Ortiz's white Dodge Ram pickup truck. DB plates, it didn't match. I get off. Trooper Bradshaw does say, hey, that's Ortiz. So I saw him get off the vehicle and going into the gas station. At that point, we decided to rally in behind my unit. And then that's when Mr. Ortiz came out of the store.
Did you have your dash camera deployed that night?
Dash camera was on, sir. Yes, sir.
The last exhibit is 22 that's been admitted. So the next one will be 23.
He just has resting,
I'm gonna show you what's
confused
been
face.
marked as State's Exhibit 23 and ask you if you're familiar with this CD.
I am, sir. I did initial it on the top left.
Have you had the opportunity to view the contents of the CD?
I did, sir.
And does it fairly and accurately depict the video from that evening of your dash cam?
Yes, sir. 100%.
Okay.
Hug him.
Judge, Your Honor, the 23.
Permission to publish?
Yeah. Well, first of all, State's Exhibit 23 will be admitted into evidence at this time, and you may publish, yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You'll be able to observe from the screen.
Okay.
It's kind of like, looks like the Asian kid on Up. The cop, not this guy.
You can do us a favor, Trooper,
Yes, sir.
as the video plays, if you can just tell us what's going on and your location.
100%, sir.
They're in Laredo.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we're patrolling the downtown area right there.
You can move the mic up to your mouth
Yeah.
and speak loudly.
We're right there. I'm just I'm patrolling downtown Laredo. That's a SO unit right there, passes by. I believe this is like maybe a minute and 45 seconds before I made contact with Trooper Bradshaw. That is San Bernardo. Yeah, that's San Bernardo. I'm heading southbound of San Bernardo.
San Bernardo. That's Saint
there, like I
Bernard
said,
in
we're
English.
We're looking for the vehicle.
That's your mission right now.
Yes, sir. Looking for the that's the mission right there. We're looking for the vehicle.
Will he be
looking
allowed a
for
breadstick?
these.
What are the weather conditions? You saw your wife.
Damn it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mist going on right there. It did rain afterwards. It did rain. It was, but right there, it was just a little bit of drizzle. Still patrolling. I'm right behind the SO unit right there. Shortly afterward, Trooper Bradshaw will go on the radio and advise that he's located the vehicle.
Why are you on San Bernardo, Trooper, of all places?
If I remember correctly, sir, if I recall, the text message did say, "Hey, go patrol that area of the city."
Were you aware of the people that were being targeted?
No, sir.
Okay.
Right there, you can see where I step on the gas right there. He's already dispatched that he's made contact with the vehicle. And that's where he's at. That's where I make his 20, his location. That's Trooper Bradshaw right there.
Hope that's the cop's car, not just indigestion.
Right there, I see Ortiz's white pickup truck right there, sir.
There was no cars over right in front of the there was parking available in the front of the door, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
He has parked at the far left,
Yes, sir. Right behind the right in front of the garbage disposal.
the dumpster.
Yes, sir. The dumpster.
Officer tummy trouble.
3845, I'm with Bradshaw. Can you contact?
What's happening here? What are you doing?
I advised comms and other troopers around the area that I'm with Trooper Bradshaw making contact. That's when I get off the vehicle, and that's when Trooper Bradshaw describes Mr. Ortiz going inside the strip store.
When you say making contact, what does that mean in plain language?
Arriving on scene to where the traffic is located. To that's the objective, was to find that vehicle and find Ortiz.
What do you mean by traffic? What is that lingo? The traffic is located. I mean,
4 people, four prostitutes.
explain to me what that means.
What the mission is, our job, our duty, and the job that night was to locate Ortiz, which is what we did.
When you say traffic,
Yeah, this is a corn cob
on
church
site.
warden.
Making contact,
cool was
that
that?
means you spotted Ortiz.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Maybe 10 seconds pass by, and then that's when Ortiz comes out of the gas station, and then that's when we engage with him.
We've already
This is Cornel and Deal's small batch from beyond. It's
I'm
a
gonna show you what's,
Lovecraft-inspired small batch release.
what's already been admitted.
C&D.
You were the other trooper paired up with Bradshaw, and your body cam was in fact operable, right?
Yes, sir.
And you did record all the events.
Yes, sir.
Just for the record, we're going to publish Exhibit 21, Trooper Obregon's body cam, just so that you can tell the jury what you did.
Okay.
Tony G says, me too. Hate that smoky crap. Oh, I love peaty and smoky whiskey. You just can't drink it fast. It'll kill you. Love a good peaty whiskey. You have 15 seconds to comply. But we need to do that in the
You have 15 seconds to comply.
like that.
Okay, Brett, I'm gonna do the talking. All right, sir.
Officer, shut up.
What's going on here? What are you telling Bradshaw, and why are you
So right there, I made contact with Bradshaw. Like I said, that's going to be probably 10 seconds before Ortiz comes out of the gas station. I'm getting my M4. Then decide not to go for it because that's when Ortiz was coming out.
what's an M4?
It's the assault rifle that DPS issued us, sir.
So you do not have your long rifle.
No, sir, I don't.
You only have your handgun,
Yes, sir.
and you take over and giving the commands.
That's correct, sir.
Okay.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Do the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about.
Stop right there. Stop.
Everybody turn around.
Is this your truck?
Turn
Is this your
around.
truck?
Everybody turn around.
Okay, all right. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. I'll explain to you right now. Turn around. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you. Okay, Brett, I'm gonna do the talking. All right, sir, we got a positive ID with this truck right here is matching with the potential, with the murders that's been happening within the past 2 weeks. We wanna do an interview. We wanna do some questioning. We just need for you to cooperate with us,
Dude,
okay?
you're explaining
All right,
too
fine.
much. Just
Make
say, get
my
the
way,
fuck on the
turn
ground or
around,
I'm going
and
to put
make
a
my way
bullet in
this
your
way,
head.
okay? Turn around. Just turn around. Turn around. Please. Turn around.
At this point in time, he's a suspect for 2 murders.
Okay.
I'm asking you, is he a
Yes.
suspect for 2 murders?
Yes, sir.
You're giving him orders.
Yes, sir.
Is he following your commands?
No, sir.
He acknowledges that his truck is that white truck, correct?
Yes, sir. He did. He said, and I quote, he said, yeah.
Okay.
It's too much
And he says, "You're
effort.
freaking me out."
Yes, he does, sir.
Do you proceed to give him orders?
Yes, sir. So shortly after he said he's freaking out, I do something that maybe I shouldn't have done, but I decided to lower my weapon a little bit more to minimize the stress on him. I still have
Michael Scott goes
Troy
rogue.
Bradshaw still has his weapon downrange, and so I try to minimize the stressful situation and try to give him commands saying, hey, we just want to talk to you, want to do some questioning, interview you. Shortly afterwards, Ortiz decides to run.
He runs away from you,
Yes, sir.
disobeying your orders.
Yes, sir.
He runs away from his truck,
That's correct.
abandoning his truck.
Objection, Your Honor. It's opinion, evidence. This witness is not qualified to answer that question.
You'll rephrase your question.
In your training and experience,
Yes, sir.
when a subject runs and you make contact
Yes, sir.
to investigate
Mhm.
a subject
Yes, sir.
who is subject to investigation of a crime, runs away from their vehicle, what do you consider that?
Objection, Your Honor. Again, that's a legal principle. This witness is not qualified.
I'm
to answer
sorry,
that
I didn't
question.
mean. He's gonna cry. Don't make the witness cry.
Well,
And,
I want to approach.
and also, Your Honor, speculation is not
Let me
relevant.
address something here. So
You shitty lawyer making the witness cry. After Dunder Mifflin closed, manager Michael Scott turned to a life of crime, killing hookers. Turn around, soft eyes. Take his Twinkies from him. Legal advice, how can you drink something that tastes like a used coffin? Lefroy doesn't taste like a used coffin. It tastes like burnt ends of a brisket that have just sort of been rolled around in campfire ashes for a while. And maybe sprayed with a little kerosene. It's delicious. Coolest pipe ever. I like my it's a Missouri Meerschaum. It's a corncob church warden. Don't see many of these. I like it 'cause it's good. It matches the country motif today. And it's not in the camera the whole time, so. See? Pull up a cup of nose. Hey, if you know what a used coffin tastes like. Shakira is like still freaking hot. Must admit, I find myself watching the Super Bowl halftime show every now and then. I've got a gentleman cob. That's part of my pipe collection right back there on the wall under the Cthulhu picture. There's like what, 18 pipes there, and then I've got about 10 more in the cabinet over there.
okay, we're gonna give the jury a short break at this time.
Yeah, and see,
It's
love the country
10:16.
gentleman. That's
I'll ask you. I guess
country
we'll break for
gentleman's
about 10 or
probably
15
the
minutes.
the corn cob I
Just
smoke
remind
the
you not
most.
to discuss the facts of the case, please.
All right, so we got a 10-minute break here or something to figure some shit out. The only way I could be more impressed with legal vices would be if he was wearing a seersucker suit. Yeah, I try to avoid wearing suits as much as possible. It's not that I've managed to go almost 2 years without wearing my tuxedo, so I'm kind of proud of that. I try to avoid suits as much as possible, but I clean up nicely if I have to. You know, and yeah, you know, I do happen to have a couple good like seersucker like shirts. But anywho, that's about enough about my fashion. We will be right back. All right, we'll bump this out of the way until they come on back. So in the meantime, what do? I've read all of the super chats. We'll just have to play this by ear here. Oh, see, there we go. What do we got? Reformed Mr. Sin, legal vices. Swap your cowboy hat with a straw hat. So to complete the look, this This is a straw hat. This is a straw cowboy hat. See, that's the thing. Coming from cowboy country, you know, you don't often wear the full-on felt or beaver skin hat, the beaver fur whatever hat. Yeah, you wear these because they're cool, especially in the summer. You wear like, let's see what do I have in arm's reach. Yeah, this is my beaver fur hat. This sucker is hot, even in the winter. Even in the winter, this thing gets a little bit warm. So yeah, and the reason I wear this during the stream is so it doesn't we don't get the light flashing off the head. Chaz Berglund says Utah has its own cigar company as of last year. I bet you can guess the name. Oh, I know the guys that own the Apostate cigars. Yeah, it's Apostate cigar, so it's kind of funny if any of you are Mormons or lapsed Mormons. Some former Mormons got together and created a cigar company in Utah called Apostate, and they have some great names for their cigars. Their first one was the Initiatory, which is a reference to being their first cigar, as well as the initial temple rites and things. All of the names of their cigars they've released so far have Mormon overtones. They've got all kinds of Mormon symbolism on the bands and things. It's really funny, but they've got, can't remember if they have the Initiatory, the Liahona. God, I can't think of what the other ones are off the top of my head. I've got a bunch of them in my humidor that's my humidor there. I've got a bunch of them up there. But yeah, they're great guys. The guys that own and run Apostate Cigars in Utah are super guys. They're a lot of fun. Smoked a couple cigars with them over the summer when I was on vacation there. Oh, I wonder how long this break is gonna be. Jeff has a beaver on his head. Hey, what can I say? I resemble that remark. Spooky Vices. Spooky Spoon Vices ASMR Sleepy Time. Well, don't they call them Jack Mormons? Yep, that's what the I haven't heard that term for a while, but yeah. I'm surrounded by Mormons. Well, good. You're in good hands because they're good people. I wouldn't have any idea. Recommend keeping the biz end pointed away from your face to ensure safe operation. I hope we're talking about firearms and not beavers, because in that case, you want them pointed towards your face, but just saying. Do you know Mitt Romney? I don't know Mitt Romney. Mr. Terrible says, yeah, I'm kind of lost on this stream now. What are we lost about? Wow. So, how do we all think this is going here? The defense, they don't have a lot to go with, really. As we pointed out, and as they pointed out, as the prosecution pointed out yesterday, he confessed. He confessed to the cops. They knew where 3 of the bodies were. He confessed to 4 murders. He led the cops to the 4th body. And then he pleaded not guilty. Oh, SLC Punk, that's a great movie. And someone here on chat recommended that to me a long time ago, and I watched it. But yeah, I mean, the defense doesn't have much to work with. They clearly can't really stand up and say he didn't do it because he confessed to doing it. So they're saying he didn't do it because his confession was coerced. They didn't follow proper procedures. Oh yeah. Yeah, he confessed. And like I said, led the cops to body number 4. So the defense is arguing procedural issues. They didn't have a search warrant for the vehicle. They didn't use certain magic words when reading him his Miranda rights. They didn't follow procedure for this. So their hope is to get every piece of evidence thrown out and say, see, you don't have any evidence against our guy. I mean, it isn't all this smoke and mirrors and TV lawyering magic. Ordinarily, the cops get the right guy. I mean, every so often you'll get something like the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, which never should have gone to trial, or the Dean Cummings case that we did a couple of months ago that never should have gone to trial. But most of the time, they got the guy dead to rights, and there's not a lot of legal magic work you can do to get your client off. And if it's a lesser crime, you can use going to trial as leverage to try to get or you can use your if you're on the prosecution side, you can use the threat of prosecution, or if you're on the defense side, you can use the procedural errors and things sort of as leverage to try to get a plea deal that's favorable to you. But I mean, taking out 4 prostitutes is there's not a whole lot to bargain with, and they're not seeking the death penalty, so it's life in prison. Yeah. Shut up, Eric. Cops didn't say sim salabim. Nice reference there. Old Johnny Quest. Some Johnny Quest references there. That's kind of going old school. Okay, we just did that one. And Mr. Terrible says, have you seen the movie from 2020, The Murder of Nicole Brown Simpson, Glenn Rogers, aka Charlie the Real Killer? Nope, haven't seen that. Didn't know that existed. That wasn't big on the Korean movie radars. Did not know there. Now I'm risking getting a copyright claim here, but I've been laughing to myself silently through this entire thing, because every time they talk about the prostitutes and things, I just kind of flash back to Archer. If any of you have seen Archer, what a great show. If you haven't seen Archer, you need to watch Archer. But one of the early episodes was him training his underling Cyril Figgis on how to deal with call girls, and he kept calling them call girls. And every time Cyril would call him a hooker, he would correct them and say Cyril. He would say call girls, not hookers. And then Cyril accidentally did something that led to this little exchange.
Oh my God! You killed a hooker!
Call girl!
No,
She was a
Cyril, when they're dead, they're just hookers. God,
That's all I've been thinking for the last hour and a half. God, no. When they're dead, they're just hookers. Because that's how my degenerate brain works. I've literally just been thinking of that clip for the last hour and a half now. See, if you know, you know. Scott Hamilton, Cyril Figgis. Oh, God. All right. The court says they're going to be back in 2 minutes and 46 seconds as of now. But is he wrong, though? No. Alan found that amusing. Yeah, everybody should go watch Archer. That's a great show. Are we still doing phrasing? Yeah, I still do phrasing. I tend to do phrasing a lot more than I do. That's what she said office jokes. Countdown. The final countdown. We're at 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Hey, that's just about enough time for me to grift for some likes. We've got 976 concurrent viewers. We've lost about 30, probably due to the court going away on break. Hopefully we'll get some more coming up by here later. And we've got 808 likes. We need to get up to 1,000 likes. So in the next minute and 56 seconds, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can get up to 1,000 likes in the next minute and 50 seconds. Just take a second, reach down there, hit that like button. That's all it takes. Just boom like that. You don't even really have to like this. Just pretend you do. But I know you do, because if you've been here more than 30 seconds, you clearly like it. So, I mean, I have to be reminded to like other streamers' videos too, because I just don't think about it while I'm watching. I'm too involved in what's going on, or I'm walking around doing other things. But please, No, Kendra Kate, you're absolutely correct. Please, and if you do send super chats and I don't get to them in the next break, and if I don't flash it up on the screen, please let me know. I did not see this, so the risk of being that person, I didn't hear you read my super chat. Wow, let me flash back and see how long ago it was here because I don't remember even seeing it. Wow, I don't have it here. Kendra Kate, what was it? Just send it here in the chat, and I will be sure to read it because I don't see it here on my list. Let me go back into the full list here. This isn't. I have to go all the way back into the YouTube studio, into my settings and all this junk here. Let's see, YouTube studio content. To go to the super chat list. Super chat. Kendra Kate. Oh wow. That was a long time ago, I guess. Holy crap. I had that clicked. I must have accidentally unclicked it. I am so sorry. $5 super chat from Kendra Kate. I did remember seeing this. And I think okay. It says, is your like button just an outline? If so, only you can help rid it of that empty feeling. Make it whole again with a single click. Be the change. I'm so sorry I didn't read that. I must have accidentally unclicked it and skipped over it. No, please. Again, if you super chat, I don't read it, please. That's what I want you to do. I want you to remind me that I didn't do it because I owe that to you. So thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I apologize. Well, our time is up and they're not back in court yet, so I'm going to continue. We only got a few likes out of that. Come on, we need 140 more to get us to 1,000 likes. That's pretty darn easy. And hit this if you're down there and you haven't hit the subscribe button. Please do that as well. We've picked up a few subscribers since we started here. That's always appreciated. This is what we do. Coming up, but we didn't talk about the Friday stream. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the Colorado LGBTQ murder, doing some background on that, and then we'll come here to do this stream. We're going to be doing this stream as much as possible. But I have a regular stream. I usually start at 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is 1 p.m. London time. Thursdays, we do O.J. Simpson. We're going back. We're looking at parts of the O.J. Simpson trial to see how masterful lawyers like F. Lee Bailey and Barry Scheck can plant reasonable doubt in the minds of jurors. We're not trying to change anyone's views on whether you think O.J. did it or not. We're just showing you some amazing lawyering techniques and skills that you don't normally see in trials. Friday, we do something that I call Fuck It Friday. Once a month, we do a Fuck It Friday where we just throw caution to the wind. We talk about anything we want to talk about. Any topic is open. It's always stupid, goofy stories, law-related stories, non-law-related stories, just kind of all the stuff that comes on my radar, and I save it for the month so we can just stream nonsense. But it's also the grift stream. That's my big monthly one grift stream where I just grift for as many super chats as possible. It's just kind of a fun, lighthearted thing. $100 per shot, as we've seen the Lesko Collective doing here. $100 gets a shot of premium whiskey, and aggregates of super chats amounting to $100. Whether you say $10 chats, $20, $5 chats, whatever. Then we do a lesser included offense of a lesser quality whiskey. I was going to do a 22-year-old Scotch that a Loch Lomond Scotch. There's only one of 4,000 bottles on planet Earth. It was like a $700 bottle, but as it turns out, it's nearly 60% ABV, and that would kill me if I was doing shots of that. So, and there's nothing else that's priced around that level. So I'm probably going to be doing like a $500 bottle for the premium Scotch that I have to just do shots of, which will crush my whiskey loving heart, and a lesser $200 or $300 for the lesser Scotch. So that's what happens on Fuck It Friday. We have a huge guest list of people lined up. There's still more people that haven't responded to one way or the other to invites yet, but let's see the lineup for Fuck It Friday, which starts. We won't be streaming this trial on Friday because I will be intoxicated. Just letting you know that ahead. Here's who we have lined up for 8 a.m. on Friday. These people will be popping in as they get time and stay as long as they want or as long as they can. Aussie Overlord, who will be doing a 24-hour stream. He'll be there. I'll be sniping his stream to say hi. He'll be sniping my stream to say hi. Steph, the Alter Nerd, an amazing YouTuber who does pop culture things and current issues. She's great. She'll be here. Joe Neerman, Good Logic, is going to stop in. Fair and Balanced. Farron will be here. Meme Copium, who started on my other stream with me a couple of hours ago. He's in Japan. He does some lighthearted, more dark and lighthearted, lighter, darker, lighthearted things than I do. He's a great guy. Andy Signor from Popcorn Planet. He's going to stop in and say howdy. Radix Verum, Christina, some of you may know. She's going to pop in, say hi, hang out a bit. It's the Tea-Man, the proprietor of Dragon's Treasure Tea, some amazing tea. He's going to stop in, say hi, hang out for a bit. And if you do like your tea, go to Dragon Treasure Tea and use code VICES to get 10% off. Megan Fox Ryder, she's going to be there. Megan Fox is great. She's funny. Our very own mod Flux is going to be in attendance. And also our dear friend, our good friend, one of my ride or die peeps, Danny On will also be here. And speaking of which, we have Danny On right here. Hi, Danny. How you doing?
That was such a beautiful segue. I am really impressed. Good job. That must have come from your years of radio experience.
I had it planned. Is the P.O. box up? Not yet. Asking for a friend. I swear to God, I need to. My boss is on vacation / business trip this week, so I've got to do extra work in the office. So every day I plan on going to the post office box, but I never get there. Let's get this one last thing out of the way. Baloney Bong, nonsense. You say Mike or Joel in MSC3K? Joel, no question. Joel. All right, there we got that out of the way. Yeah, Mike's okay, but Joel is Joel. So hey there, Danny, what's up?
Not much, just working this morning, getting some stuff done for my day job. For those, I have not announced this publicly, so here's my public announcement. If you are looking for an attorney to hire, or if you know of a position that is hiring, hit me up, because I am ready to move on with my career and start something fresh, and it's going to be very exciting, and I better be super, super duper sure about this, because I already sent in a resignation letter, and hopefully my boss doesn't see this stream. So, but it's good. Things are good. I know, and I think maybe some of your viewers may know this, where you've outgrown your position, right? You've outgrown your job and you're ready for something new, a new challenge. So, and it's one of those positions where there's not like a hierarchy, right? There's not a lot of room to grow and expand. So that's it.
And also, Danny On Direct is the name of her new YouTube channel. She's going to be starting a YouTube channel.
Oh, and I am going to get like a Christmas tree back here and kind of get like a studio set up, so I'm a real YouTuber. And I can aspire to be one day like Legal Vices, as cool as he.
Oh, I hope you aspire to be much more than I am.
No. You're the pinnacle of legal prowess. You are at the apex of perfection. I am just so honored and proud to be a part of
help the rest of the world then, if that's the case. Oh God. So have you been, I know you always watch these things in the background. You've been paying attention to this particular trial.
Oh my gosh, the Archer reference, super on point, first of all. Second of all,
what are your thoughts on the trial so far?
I think the reason this isn't a death penalty case is because I think the prosecutors worked out a deal with him, and they said that, right? The DA's downstairs, he'll be super nice to you, whatever. Anyway, I think that they worked out a deal where if he showed them where the body was, that they weren't going to move this for a death penalty case. And I think the way that it was described to him is, hey, look, if you tell us where the body is, if you make this confession. Now, I haven't seen the transcript or listen. Oh,
no, continue. Just Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is staring intently at us.
I really love the suit. Look at that. He's like a judge, but not a judge.
It's a robes. Those are robes.
It looks great.
So
I think he has a suit coat on underneath. I wonder if it's cold in there.
He's looking upset. He's staring at someone intently.
I don't know. That's
he's staring at her. Are they having a stare down?
You like stand against her?
Oh, no, it's officer. Don't get mad at me, guy.
And please remain standing for the jury.
So what were you saying about this? I know you're saying they'd say, but then he's pleaded not guilty.
But now he's pleaded not guilty because I think he was convinced that maybe there's a chance he could get away with it, in addition to also not having a death penalty trial.
Like I was saying, I mean, they don't. The defense doesn't have a lot to work with, so technicalities is probably their best option. They can't say he didn't do it. So they have to say his confession was coerced, so he didn't really do it. They would have ethical problems standing up and saying he didn't do it, but they can say the confession was coerced.
You may be seated.
And let them draw the inference that he didn't do it. Most certainly not. Brandon Lesko, thank you so much. Danny On is on. Jeff, get a damn post office box, PayPal and Rumble simulcast. I can't do PayPal. It's a Korea thing.
When
in Rumble simulcast, put it on your legal pad and commit.
Yes, sir.
You can do this. Keep the
Don't do PayPal. Do Cash App or something.
Turn around.
Something.
And walk towards the sound of my voice.
Oh, that's right, because it's owned by PayPal.
YouTube is the best I can do.
What did he do? Did he follow your commands?
No, sir. He acted confused.
Kind of like you looked
a couple seconds, and then shortly afterwards, he decided to run.
He ran up, and you were wearing your uniform.
That is correct, sir. Yeah, I mean, I guess the best way to describe it is he evaded, right? He didn't follow the commands. After we,
Dad,
I verbally told him what our intentions were. So he did evade from the scene.
And evading in the state of Texas, is that an offense?
Yes, sir. Evading or arrest detention is an offense in Texas.
Okay. What classification is that? Do you know? Is it a misdemeanor or felony?
No, it's a felony, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
He runs.
I'm pretty sure here it's a Class A misdemeanor, but I could be wrong. Let me look.
Correct.
Okay. Do you and you're involved in the foot chase?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Eventually, fast forward a few hours, correct?
Yes, sir. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Class A, sir, of evading arrest or detention. Okay. If I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. So it's evading detention.
He's not an
or arrest
attorney.
of Class A.
Poor guy.
You get eventually to the parking lot.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And which parking lot is this?
It's the parking lot that goes up to the Ava Hotel.
Okay. And are you part of the team that goes in to clear the parking lot?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. And eventually, is Mr. Ortiz found?
Yes, sir. He is found in the bed of the pickup truck.
And is he arrested without incident? Is he arrested without any incidents?
Oh no. He's placed in handcuffs. We take him out of the truck, place him on the ground, and then I place handcuffs on him.
All the while, you are wearing your body cam.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember in relation to the SWAT team and the other law enforcement stacked where you were? Were you in the front, or were you in the middle or the back?
When we did the clearance up to the garage, I was rear security. I was the one in the back, sir.
Okay. Were you able to capture the actual apprehension on your body cam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Permission to publish and fast forward to that moment, basically where we left off on that last video.
No objection to fast forwarding.
If you identify the
Class A misdemeanor here as well.
Okay, we're
Which one is it? What is it?
21.
The body cam?
Yes, body cam. Yes, sir.
Interestingly, though, interfering with an arrest is a Class B misdemeanor in the state of Utah. So I guess help a friend out. Dude, this guy is so scary looking.
Now there's a gap.
That is a bad hombre.
Already happening, and we were coming through.
That's the building, or that's the house that we thought he was in initially. I was confident he had gone to that house right there. That's the house on that corner right before the going up the driveway to the Ava Hotel or to the Ava garage parking lot.
Yeah, you were very confident that he had actually gone into that
Yes, sir.
property.
Yes, sir.
Was that because of the easy access or why?
Yeah, it was just it was accessible, his height, and also just the timing. You think that everything is moving at a normal pace, but everything's actually moving a lot faster than what it seems. So I just thought that from the time we lost visual to the time we cut that pie, to working the unknown, which is that driveway, I was like, yeah, he couldn't have made it that far. He must have jumped here. He's here. So we decided to regroup, wait for backup, and then, attack the building to where we thought that's where Mr. Ortiz was at.
Which ended up being empty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So he's moving faster than you anticipated.
Yes, sir.
Here you're planning the next move to go upstairs or what?
Correct. Yes, sir.
One of the neighbors heard noise in between this building and the next. So he's possibly tall guy.
Who's the first one here?
Me and Rock.
Okay, you two guys, let's start leading the way. Let's start moving to where we think this guy is. Let's do it slowly and carefully.
This area is secure. I answer you. The neighbor says there might be some parking for my height. It's like a flower shop. I suggest
let's move to there.
32. One empty mag and empty holster at the truck. So he's possibly 32. Okay. Kill somebody right now on 35.
All right, let's go.
Lead the way.
All right, we get some more exciting body cam footage. I wonder if we get to watch all 2.5 hours of this too.
Right there, right?
Yes, sir. We are.
Wouldn't be a good move to throw yourself at the mercy of the court. Not in this case. Yeah, skip forward as much as possible there. And
Is the body cam right here on his chest or on his tummy? Okay.
Looks like it's right in the middle of his chest. Which is why him holding his weapon blocks the camera.
Where do you have the body cam placed? Show the jury where.
Here you go.
Where it is.
Right.
'Cause sometimes
psychic.
I believe it was on. I mean, I can't see from here, but I usually put like right on my chest a little bit, just center and a little bit higher up from my chest. So like around here, I would say.
So you're pointing
They're,
to
like,
the middle of
kinda
your
different.
chest.
That's correct.
So that's why the video sometimes catches your arms
Yes, sir.
or your.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Come this way. Oscar, go this way. Lead the way. Let's go.
As to why they're not seeking the death penalty, they originally sought the death penalty, being treated as a capital murder case. But apparently, the family said that we had a discussion as to the direction of the case, and that the families unanimously requested me to remove the death penalty and seek life without parole. Justice is different for every person. The families of the victims in this case had unanimously reached the consensus that it would be better for Ortiz to spend the rest of his days locked in a cage like an animal than to have a date with the executioner.
Fine. Fair enough. I have no objection to that. If I was DA, I would be fine with that. If someone came to me and said, actually, we'd prefer this not be a death penalty case. We don't believe in it. All right. That's fine.
Yeah. But as a border agent going to jail in Texas, he's going to have to be in protective custody for the rest of his life, or it'll be a short life.
Or he has friends on the inside.
Wow, this is a great view here from your cam, buddy.
To everybody in chat, yeah, you can totally be allergic to cannabis. I know I am.
We just get a good view of his meaty forearm. Why are we watching this? Surely someone has a better view.
I might come visit you in Korea. I need new glasses. These are from Korea, but I need like a cuter pair, cuter frame.
Korean glasses are so cheap.
Oh, and they're so great. Did you know that they have a specific synthetic lens that is much lighter and higher quality than anything here?
Yes, that's why I am blind and my glasses are like super thin. So I love
I
it.
had no idea because my husband went to go get his replaced because I sat on them and broke them. And he kept complaining they were too heavy. And I was like, oh, it's fine. It's just the frame. You'll get used to it. And then I put them on and I was like, dang, these are heavy. Who knew?
Yeah.
Isabel.
Oh, wait, I missed a Flux super chat here. Got to go up and find it.
I like Flux.
Flux like you too.
She's my girl. I love her.
Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling.
Right. I need to get the camera. Oh, there we go. He was in the bed of the truck?
Yeah, he was hiding in the bed of a truck. Clever. They'd never think to look in the bed of a truck in a parking lot.
That's some Bugs Bunny logic right there.
Hold your hand.
Get him.
Oh, come on. Let's watch him struggle some
Yeah,
more.
that's me, sir. I'm placing handcuffs on.
You
Ortiz.
place the handcuffs on Ortiz?
Yes, sir.
Where's the weapon at, man? Hey, where's the weapon? Huh? Where'd you leave it? Where's it, man? We're in the truck. What's up?
So he had a weapon. Yeah, that's the second time we've heard weapon involved.
Wait, he has a weapon on him?
They asked him where it was. Apparently, it's in the truck. He said.
I wonder
He
if
was
that's what they're
important.
going to say gave him, like, waived his right to not have his truck searched. Like, maybe
Well, they're
they're
saying he
assuming-
abandoned it by running away from the scene. He abandoned his vehicle. Which... All right, while they're doing that, we've got 2 Flux super chats to get through here. Flux, the woman in my office is trying to kill. The women in my office are trying to kill me, keeping it at 75 degrees in here. I'm about to strip. Woohoo!
Do it.
Still having a talk with my boss, and all I hear is my name, and now I'm distracted. Flux. Flux. Flux.
She actually wants to keep her day job? Pff, how boring.
Flux. Dude, stop staring at the fucking camera like that. Jeez, you're making me nervous, and I didn't do anything wrong.
Flex, I'll happily distract you any day.
Speaking of which, Flux again. My girl Danny, what's up, best friend? Yeah.
Nothing much, just missing you, girl.
Cocaine smells like paint, sort of. Okay. Where'd that go here? Would raising the temp in the office be seen as SH? What? Flux office cam. We need some Flux office cam.
Like against men?
I don't know.
It's already hard to get an
there was,
SA.
there was an old video. There was an old video of one of these SJW activists that were talking about how air conditioners were was sexual harassment of women in the office.
I mean, it kind of is. I'm just being real here. Just kidding. I shouldn't be sarcastic. Every time I'm sarcastic, I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, people think you're serious. You're too good at being sarcastic.
Where'd you leave it at? Yeah, wait. In the tailgate? Check the truck. Hey, Sarge, 32 tailgate on his truck.
Someone pull up his pants. He's got mad plumber's crack going on. Ain't nobody need to see that.
You already know. You already know.
Just getting him ready for his time in prison.
What's that back there in your pocket, bro?
What's your name? What's your name? Hey.
He skipped leg day and butt day.
I'm petting him down from where I can reach. I mean, there's obviously multiple officers all around him. So I just try to check his waistline and
check out that
his
waistline.
shoes, his jeans, and any type of weapons that might, hurt us on the process of him being transported.
Have you seen the pat down where the guy?
Possible weapons such as
Firearms, knives, anything that might hurt
Get
us.
that butt.
were any such weapons found?
No, sir.
Okay.
Ooh, scares me. Have you seen the pat down where the officer keeps grabbing his crotch thinking it's a gun or something?
You know.
I felt so bad for the guy being arrested.
Oh yeah, old one. I've seen that. Yeah, and he's like, oh God. He's like, that ain't my gun. He's like, oh wait. Yeah.
Was Mr.
It's-
Ortiz
yeah, I think
harmed
it's Danny's
or
phone
injured
vibrating.
in any way when he was arrested?
No, sir.
He was taken without incident.
That's correct.
Your phone's not vibrating? Must be someone
It
important.
is. Sorry, guys.
You gotta check him out. Injuries? You all right? Nothing hurts? Me?
Nothing hurts. Too bad we didn't do it well enough. Nothing hurts.
Yes, sir. It is, sir.
Do me a favor. Relax right here. Sit down.
Do you recall?
I can't recall that, sir. No, sir.
Well, we'll keep watching the video. Go ahead, sir. His pockets appear to be empty when you checked them. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
We'll pass the witness.
All right. Now it's the defense's
Super
time to do
Oregon.
something magical.
You're the one that's searching through his pockets. What items did you take out?
A lighter, I believe so. And I think that was it, sir.
Well, there were other items on the tailgate, not just a lighter.
Okay, but from what I took, you asked me, that's all I took, sir.
Can you put it back on where it was?
Yeah, see, that was an inexpertly asked question. What items were found in his pockets would have been better.
No, just
Just where it ended right now.
Because he answered it correctly. I took a lighter. I don't know what anybody else took out.
And then.
He's not looking as intimidating as he was a minute ago.
Any needles? No? You gotta check him out. Injuries? You all right? Nothing hurts? Me?
Well, this guy's clearly a reporter or someone. He's got his camera. He's got a laptop in front of him. He's hooked up, so it's probably a reporter.
Got it. Give him a hand. Is this the subject we're looking at? Yes, it is. Hold your head. Relax. Hold on. Shut up. Where's the weapon at, man? Hey, where's the weapon? Huh? Where'd you leave it? Where is it, man? Put back down. We're in the truck. What's up? All right. No, wait. Get him up. Hold on. Where'd you leave it at? Yeah, wait. In the tailgate? Check the truck. Hey, Sarge, 32 tailgate on his truck.
Yes, sir, that's me. And I, like I said, I believe I take a lighter from his pocket.
So that's a lighter?
Yes, sir, I believe
Okay.
so. Like,
Keep on going.
It was Texas where the sniper was in the parking garage,
Yeah, it's a
right? I think so.
Hey, come on. Get him up.
The way they're responding is very much. I feel like they were trained to do this after the incident in Dallas. Or was it Houston?
okay.
What's that?
It looks like a pair of keys, right? Okay. I didn't take that away from his pocket, sir.
I understand that.
Yeah, ask better questions, defense guy. You're better than that.
It was Dallas.
After everything finishes here in the garage, do you go back to the convenience store?
No.
To get your unit is what I'm saying.
The unit was already back. I had already moved it, sir. It was I had already gone back to get the unit.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
And did you ever go back to the convenience store?
I did, sir.
And did you witness other troopers or maybe yourself? I'm not too sure. Searching Ortiz's truck.
No,
Did
sir.
you
I never
witness
touched his
yourself
truck.
searching the
The
truck?
truck was gone.
The truck was gone
Yes.
by the time you went back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nothing further. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Can you distinguish if those keys are house keys or car keys or office keys?
No, sir. I can't distinguish what they are. Like I said, like they look like keys, but I can't. I didn't touch them. I didn't grab them. I wasn't paying attention to that.
No further questions.
Yeah, not a lot of questions you can ask this
I
guy.
mean, when you make an arrest, typically, let's say you,
Yes, sir.
and you take any possessions from a suspect or someone in your custody, it's typical to log in whatever items you take from them, correct?
That's correct.
And you have an evidence login sheet or something like that.
Yes, sir.
So it's documented somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
If you know, were the car keys considered evidence in this case?
No, sir. Like I said, I never touched the truck. I didn't get those keys out of the pocket. I didn't conduct an inventory on the vehicle or on Mr. Ortiz's anything that he has on possession on. I didn't touch any of that, sir. I didn't.
No further questions.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Mr. Down, your excuse.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. It's the end of that witness. Again, not a whole lot you can do with them.
As far as the surviving witness yesterday,
For the next witness, please.
he's so nice.
The
Thank
state
you,
calls,
Michelle.
Glasses,
Investigator
Michelle.
Noe Gonzalez will be.
And Liz Botts, can you buy
examined
Korean
by Mr.
eyeglasses
Joshua.
without traveling to Korea? My poor hub's glasses are so
is it
heavy
Noe?
that I once dropped
Noe?
them on my foot and they
Noe?
left a bruise.
Noe Gonzalez.
My
with a Z.
son, we just have him get his prescription in the States, and then I send him the glasses. But you need to know someone here that can do that for you.
Yeah, a glasses company in Korea will not do that for you unless you know the optometrist there.
Good morning. Can you please raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're going to give during this trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Thank you, sir. May I take the witness stand.
I had a witness, like the surviving witness the other day. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's so hard.
The prostitute?
Hmm.
Yeah.
First, mic test. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Here's like equally
good morning.
stony-eyed
Can you
looking
please state your
guy.
name for the record?
Noé Gonzalez.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez. What do you currently do?
I'm a task force officer assigned to Homeland Security Investigations.
Okay, and who are you employed with?
Webb County District Attorney's Office.
Okay. And if you can get a little closer to the mic so we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good attorney.
Does it
Good
move?
job.
Can you?
The mic?
There
Is
we
that
go.
better?
Yeah, I hear you a lot better. Who do you currently work for?
The Webb County District Attorney's Office.
Okay. In 2018, September of 2018, be specific, who were you working for then?
The Webb County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, what was your role at the time with the Webb County Sheriff's Office?
I was a criminal investigator who assigned to CID and a SWAT member.
Okay, what were your duties as a member of CID and SWAT?
CID, we will take care of general crime throughout the daily basis. The patrol will get, and then we'll just follow up the cases. And as a SWAT member, we'll respond to any high-level threats, anything that a regular patrol officer couldn't take care of.
Do you have any specialized training or certifications as a SWAT member?
Yes, I do.
What's some of your background training?
Background training, just basic SWAT, and prior to that, military.
Okay. You mentioned military. Did you serve in the military?
I did.
Okay. How many years?
4 years.
Okay. Were you ever deployed?
I was.
How many tours?
1 tour to Afghanistan.
Okay. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you.
So, in this case, are you familiar with this case, the state of Texas versus Juan David Ortiz?
I am.
Okay. Did you assist in this case?
I was. I did.
Do you remember what your role in this case was?
Yes, I was assisting the lead investigator at the time with whatever task they had and they needed.
Now, if you know, who were the lead investigators for this case?
It was going to be Captain Calderon and Ranger E.J. Salinas from the DPS.
Were you part of the investigation in this case?
Not primarily, but I was involved in assisting the primary investigator.
Okay. Did you ever go across any of the crime scenes?
The last one.
Okay. Do you remember the name of the last victim?
I do not remember the name of the last victim.
If I showed you some photos, would you be able to identify what's in those photos?
Yes.
You were at the scene of the last.
Yes, I was I believe one of the first investigators to arrive at the scene.
Okay. Permission to approach, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
For the record, Your Honor, the last exhibit I believe was 23.
23 is the last exhibit, yes.
So I'm going to mark these as state's exhibits.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the kind of guy you want to F around with and find out. I agree with you. I agree with you, Jeff. He does got those,
State's exhibits
those stony
24 and
eyes.
32.
I'm Homeland Security, mother ever.
I'm showing you what I'm marking as state's exhibit 24. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of what is in that photograph at the time you saw it?
Yes.
Okay, that was state's exhibit 24 for the record. State's exhibit 25. Same question. Do you recognize that photo?
I do.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw that day?
Yes.
Marking state's exhibit 26. Same question. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw that day?
Yes.
State's exhibit 27. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw that day?
Yes.
He's photo guy.
State's exhibit 28. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Is that fair and accurate?
I've always got to have the
depiction of what
one
you saw
guy
that day?
to give the foundation for all of the pictures that are being introduced.
State's
into
exhibit
evidence.
29. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate
Well,
depiction of what you
defense
saw?
brought it up, right, in their opening argument. None of these photos have
State's
even
exhibit 30.
been entered. We don't even
Recognize this
know
photo.
who took these photos. Well, now we
Is that a
do.
fair and accurate depiction of what you saw on that day?
It doesn't matter at this point.
State's exhibit 31. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw on that day?
Yes.
And now state's exhibit 32. In question, do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Just
Is that a
enjoy
fair
it.
and accurate depiction of what you saw on
Adds
that
to
day?
the aesthetic.
Your Honor, I'm going to tender to defense counsel state's exhibits 24 through 32 for any objections.
Oh, misty eye of the mountain below. That's what I think whenever I see your smoke. It's fun.
Okay.
You don't know that song? Or you do? Or okay, I'll just shut up.
Do I? Where would I know it from?
Are you Bro,
What, Your Honor?
we'll have a talk after this.
Where would I know it from?
It's from keep careful watch on my brother's soul. And should the skies be filled with fire and smoke.
The Hobbit?
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry. Dwarves don't sing in like an alto or soprano-ish voice.
I couldn't pick a key anyway, so it was fine. It's very Lord of the Rings-esque. I'll accept it.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran does.
It is an Ed Sheeran song. Which is why I can sing it. Because he's always in my vocal range. He sings like a girl. Anybody who's pissed off, go be mad.
Sarah Palin is a loon. Okay, there's a random comment. You guys, some of the stuff you guys chat about is just like so beyond me. Like, I just look down and I just see these comments on what started that.
Oh, I remind Flex of one of her church friends. I'll take it.
The church lady.
I'm the church lady. I'm that friend that your parents always are like, oh, do you really want to hang out with that girl? Are you sure?
Ed Sheeran is a hobbit.
Facts.
Oh, and speaking of, so everyone bump on over to Danny on Direct and make sure you subscribe to her channel. It's brand new. She's going to be getting some commentary and some content up there in the near future, hopefully. We're just getting everything ready to go. She's got a lot on her mind. We've got 1,000 current viewers and 956 likes. Come on, get me up to 1,000 likes real quick. Just while he's writing notes, like, please help me escape. He's furiously note taking. Take a moment and hit that like button because you should. You like it, so do it. Do it. You like it and you know it. Do it.
Can hype people be silent and just use like body language? Just I'm that hype person. I'm the person in the background being like this.
Yeah.
Interpretive dance hype person.
That's what I need. That's what my channel needs. Interpretive dance hype people. That's exactly what I've been.
I just need more of them so we can all be like.
Now going back, you were at a.
That's going to be her thing on her channel. She's going to be doing interpretive dance
The last one.
reactions to videos.
Do you remember the date?
It was Saturday, I believe. Approximately, it was Saturday after the interview with Mr. Ortiz.
Okay, you mentioned an interview. What interview are you talking about at this point?
The interview that Captain Calderon and Ranger Salinas had with him.
Does he keep saying Captain
Were
Calderon?
you present during that interview?
I was not
It's
present.
hot,
I was
bro.
in
I'll
the
take
conference room observing the interview live.
So you were observing as it was going on.
Correct.
Okay. Now I'm going to take you to the night of September 14th, going to September 15th. Were you present when Juan David Ortiz was apprehended?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity, or are you aware that there were body camera video recordings of that incident?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to view that camera?
Yes.
Or that video? Okay. Your Honor, permission to approach?
Yes, the witness?
Yes.
This guy talks without moving his mouth. It's weirding me out.
I'm going
Says
to show you what's
something
being
clever.
marked as State's Exhibit 33. This is Trooper Hernandez's body cam. He previously testified. Have you seen this exhibit before?
Yes.
Have you viewed what is inside this exhibit?
Yes.
Do you yourself appear in this exhibit?
Yes.
Okay. How can you identify that you've actually viewed this?
Those are my initials and the date.
Okay.
He could be a good ventriloquist.
Defense counsel for
Someone
you.
get him a
He can do
puppet.
that. He's
The ventriloquist witness. Yes. Yes.
maybe he has bad teeth, says Michael.
Or maybe he's just like a typical Texan who talks through the side of their mouth.
Yeah, we got 4 masks in the courtroom today. That's good. 5. I guess.
people sick?
I guess all those people are sick. Those 5 people. We're just going to give them the benefit of the doubt. All 5 of those people have colds, and they don't want to share it with the rest of the people.
Or they have really bad allergies, or they spit a lot. Maybe they have bad teeth.
Or they're doctors.
Oh.
Okay, now before I play this, Mr. Gonzalez, can you explain to the jury how you became involved on that night?
Yes, Captain Calderon, my supervisor at the time,
Intelligible
had,
Boomhauer, nice.
instructed us to make it to San Bernardo Avenue, which is a busy street on Laredo, Texas, just to be on the lookout for the vehicle that was given to us at the time.
He is enunciating really clearly for someone
once
who's
we were at
not moving his
location,
lips.
the
what I'm
troopers
saying,
had
you could
encountered
hear
Mr.
him
Ortiz at the gas station. I received a phone call from my supervisor, Captain Calderon, that the troopers were with Mr. Ortiz at the gas station.
Captain Cabron and
So I
Mr.
make it
Ortiz.
southbound on San Bernardo. As I'm getting there, I observed the whole ordeal happening, and we ended up at the hotel.
What hotel are you talking about?
Ava Hotel, I believe it was at the time, which is the tall building in I-35.
Okay, could you describe to the jury what the conditions that night were, the weather conditions?
Yes, I believe it was drizzling, it was wet. The streets were wet. It was just a very humid, wet night, I guess.
Now, as part of this investigation, you had mentioned that you were assisting the lead investigators. Is that correct?
Maybe he has some sort of jaw injury.
At this point, this night, how long or how many hours had you been up?
Since Wednesday that week, we had been already tracking the second victim. I'd been already located at the Mark 25 on one of the highways on Webb County, and from that point on, we were already trying to track the individual.
Okay, as part of your investigation or as part of your assistance in this investigation, were you assigned to question any witnesses?
No.
Did you, on your own, go out and try to pick up any leads?
No.
Were you ever tasked by the investigators to go and speak to a certain individual, or that just if you're tasked to speak to any certain individuals?
No.
Okay. Now, this night in particular,
Oh, Ms. Archer.
what kind of information did you have on Mr. Ortiz?
All we had was a vehicle and that he was a disabled veteran due to the license plates on the vehicle. That's all as far as we knew.
Okay.
Hispanic Matthew
What about
Broderick. That's Lou
a
Diamond
possible
Phillips.
risk?
Armed dangerous at the time. We already knew that he had committed crimes with a firearm. What appeared to.
We're gonna object to if it's hearsay or speculation.
Let me. What's your question again?
It was, sorry. We were asking what information you relied on, I guess, to, like, what information he had that night for Mr. Ortiz. But I can rephrase your.
Yeah, go ahead and rephrase it. I think
Was-
the response might have been
Right.
unresponsive.
Was there a be on the lookout place for this individual?
Correct.
What information is in a bolo?
At this time was the make and model of the vehicle and license plates.
Okay, and is that information that it gets sent out to all law enforcement, or is that
I
just?
believe at that point it was just DPS and Webb County Sheriff's Office.
How did you know based on that he was armed and dangerous?
Due to the crimes that were committed, that were already committed previously.
Okay.
Wow, he didn't object to saying the crimes he committed previously.
I'm going to show
I would
you.
have objected and said, we're here
we've
to
already
determine whether or not crimes were committed. Assuming
played
things not
previously,
in
but
evidence.
I'm going to fast forward to the relevant part.
Please fast forward to the relevant part.
That's it. Wait. We're already happening, and we were coming through.
I'm going to pause it here. Do you recognize the individual talking?
Yes.
Who's that?
That's me.
Okay. Where are you at this point?
We're in the building next to the hotel, next to the ramp, the first building we cleared.
Okay, and why are you guys in that building?
Because troopers believe that he was in that location first. They lost him there.
Did you find anything that led you to believe that he was there?
Just the troopers' information that they had lost him in the general area.
Did you find anything there?
No.
Okay. What, if anything, did you do next?
We began planning the move into the parking lot of the hotel.
Okay.
This building was the next. Somebody, one of the neighbors heard noise in between this building and the next. It's possibly tall guy.
Who was the first one here?
So real quick, I'm going to go to the actual breach.
Yeah, thanks.
When you guys enter the hotel, can you describe to the gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen of the jury what the formation is of the officers?
Yes. So at that point, our SWAT commander had told us to stack up. Stack up is a formation or line. We just one behind the other, and it was two separate stacks, one on one side of the parking lot, one on the other side of the parking lot, one leading, one rear, just in case of anything happening. A reactive stack could react to an engagement.
How many people per stack?
At the time, we were using about 5 SWAT members, I believe, or 6, and then DPS assisted with their troopers on the rear stack.
So I guess people are saying Negan back there works for Court TV. Gun cam. Ooh, he's gangsta holding it sideways. Gangster rifle.
As part of your training, what is going on here in this video?
This video, I believe, one of the troopers was clearing the vehicles that were left in the back, because our main priority was what was ahead, the unknown, and everything in the back.
Yes, it is. Rutger
rest of
Hauer,
the
great
troopers,
movie.
or whoever was in the rear was taking care of the little small places that he could be hiding at.
Now, you mentioned your experience earlier, but in a situation like this, with a parking lot like that, what kind of dangers or risks could possibly encounter?
Yeah, at that point, he could be hiding anywhere. He could pretty much engage us from any direction. We're in the open. There's not a lot of cover and concealment for us. So we pretty much have to have eyes all over the place. We don't know where he's at.
Okay, and can you describe the parking lot to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury? And what I mean is, like, the make. Is it like a wooden structure? Is there concrete, stuff around? Yes. Is it well lit? Is it dark? How would you describe it that night?
It's a well lit parking lot. It's a 4-story parking lot, I believe. It's all concrete, and you have different levels. So you have to be keeping eyes going forward and to the rear.
Real quick, before we get to this part, were you present when Juan David ORTIZ was actually handcuffed?
Yes.
Okay, were you present when he was placed into the unit for transportation?
Yes.
Do you remember what vehicle, if any, he was found in when he was first?
It was in the back of a black pickup truck.
You want permission to approach the witness? Yes, sir. Showing you what's going to be marked as State's Exhibit 34.
Michelle Cavernous says, I would make a terrible juror. I'm way too judgy and biased. Thank goodness South Africa doesn't have a jury system. You shouldn't be biased, but
Do you
should
recognize
be
this
judgy
photo?
after
Yes.
you weigh all of
Is
the
it a
evidence.
fair and accurate depiction of what you saw that night?
Yes.
No, they just have a
Going
tire
to the
necklace
defense
system
counsel
down
for
there.
his actions.
That was 34.
That was 34. The state now wishes to offer into evidence.
States 34 will be admitted into evidence.
And I'm going to show you what's been previously admitted as State's Exhibit 22. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Is that the same photo as State's Exhibit 34?
Yes.
Is that the truck in which you found Mr. Ortiz?
Yes.
Can I have permission to publish to the jury?
Yes, sir.
I'm passing to the jury what's been marked as State's Exhibit.
Okay,
22.
this. Never mind. He looks like Jesse Pinkman. It's like he finally got caught 10 years after Breaking Bad ended.
Wait, which one?
Jesse Pinkman, him.
No, the defendant?
Yeah. It's like
Hold
sad
on.
Jesse Pinkman 10 years after.
So
In a
I'm gonna
really
continue playing the
amazing
video,
can.
and I'll pause it when I have a question.
Well, maybe, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see it. I see it.
Parking lot.
Gosh, someone get him an inhaler. He's got allergies or something.
He's got body fat.
Get down! Watch out.
Oh, he's probably stressed. I mean,
Machos, put tape.
Pause it there real quick.
Nachos, poutine.
Can you
What's his
identify
name?
yourself in this video?
Yes.
And I guess from your angle, can you tell us, based on the people that are there, which one you are?
He's
The
got
individual with the
donut
green
tummy.
shirt, I'm right in front of him. I'm wearing a black T-shirt and jeans. So I'm behind the middle SWAT member.
Are you wearing any gear?
Yes.
Are you wearing a helmet?
No.
Okay. So you actually grabbed Mr. Ortiz and pulled him out of the truck.
Correct.
You put your hands on him and everything.
Yes.
Did he resist?
No.
Okay. How did you find him? Like, what position was he in when he was found in the truck?
I wasn't when the SWAT member opened the back of the truck. All I grabbed is one of his arms, pulled one of his arms out, grabbed him, pulled him out. So he was face up at the time.
Laying down. Was he laying down?
I believe laying down. Correct.
Would you character he was hiding?
Yes.
I'm getting the feeling this prosecutor is not that experienced because the other prosecutor, the lead prosecutor, keeps whispering questions for him to say. Not that that matters.
oh, it mattered for opposing counsel when my boss did that for me. Your Honor, it's not fair. It's 2 against 1. Man.
Now, a lot's occurring off camera, but at this point, and we've seen a different angle of this, but at this point, what is going on with Mr. Ortiz?
So when we pulled him out, the first priority was to try to locate the weapon.
And why was that a priority to you guys?
Our safety. At
Okay,
that point.
so once, how did you do that? How did you go about trying to locate a weapon?
We physically pat him down, looking for the weapon. I believe I asked him, "Where's the weapon at?" And he said the truck. So initially we thought it was a pickup truck. We looked back and nobody could locate it. And then he stated, "No, my truck." So we knew that it was a truck.
Hey, we got
at the gas station.
1,001 likes. Congratulations.
And you
for
heard
me.
him say that?
Yes.
Thank you
Did
so
you
much.
relay
guys.
that information to anybody?
Yes. So one of the, I believe
I'm a greedy
it was,
bitch. I want
sergeant at the time,
1,100
Felix Munoz.
likes. Give me 100 more.
When you say 32 tailgate on his truck, what does that mean for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
That's 32 is 10 codes for weapon. That's when we advised one of the sergeants that the weapon was in the vehicle on his truck.
What's your name, bro? Huh?
He was out of breath.
Now we hear in the video someone asking, "What's your name?"
Well, he has been walking.
Is
for
that
2.5
standard
hours, apparently
police
slowly.
practice when you're apprehending someone?
Yeah, so we try to possibly identify the individual. We already have a notion of who it is, but we want him to give us more of a positive identification of himself, either by picture or by name.
And what, if anything, did Mr. Ortiz respond to when you asked him?
I believe I can't recall if he said his name or he started mumbling some other stuff at the time.
We could play it and refresh your memory if you'd like.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, you think it's like Jesse Pinkman. Just spit.
Check the truck. Hey, start 32 on his truck. The gas station.
God, he's just standing there. He's like,
Your chat is so freaking nice.
I believe this is David.
they're just nice because they like you. If they didn't like you, they'd be slaughtering you right now. Like a Laredo
Like
hooker.
me, I like you guys. Don't bother me.
Slow down. Take a deep breath. Deep breath.
Is he talking to the police officer or the guy? Take a deep breath.
Stretch up. That's the guy?
Hey, Jeff.
See?
At this point, we see you in the video. What are you doing?
At that point, I think they had just finished patting him down. And what I was going to do is fix his handcuffs.
And why did you want to fix his handcuffs?
I observed that he was breathing heavily, and I believe he was hyperventilating. Sounded like he was hyperventilating. So he was already not talking at that point. So I
Cop, what's your name? Leroy.
Safety, just to open up a second set of handcuffs.
I literally.
And what does the second set of handcuffs do?
So
just
pretty much
a matter of
Mr.
hours
Ortiz,
ago, randomly
tall
sent my
guy,
brother a
in my view,
text.
big guy. So at that
that just
point,
says,
me adding an
Leroy
extra
Jenkins.
open his airway.
I just
and it
literally
wouldn't be
sent
so
my
tight on his
brother
back.
that text a short time ago. That's a
Um,
random ass coincidence.
Aside from applying the second set of handcuffs, did you search Mr. Ortiz there while he's standing?
Yes, we searched him for any injuries as well. I searched for any cuts, injuries, anything that medical at that point.
Did he sustain any injuries?
No.
What about any physical evidence?
I believe it was keys, phones, whatever he had in his pockets at the time.
What did you do with that stuff?
We put an evidence bag.
Okay. You mentioned keys and a phone. Is there anything else that you remember was recovered from him?
Cigarettes. I believe he wanted his cigarettes from the floor. He had asked for that. He had asked for, I don't recall anything else because the only thing I remember is having the bag and collecting the evidence, turning it into one of the supervisors.
Do you remember how the keys looked?
Oh, man.
Okay.
I do not recall.
Sort of small, sort of long, with little jaggedy edges on them. What do keys look like?
Real quick, we observed in the last video that his boots were removed. What was the purpose of removing his boots?
Well, we're checking inside the boots to see if there was any evidence or anything.
Did you knock the boots or did you just check them?
Injuries.
Danny, you're going to be drinking at like 6 a.m.? You're an all-star.
Okay. That's good.
God, officer, I'm fat and out of shape, and I'm not sucking air like that.
So you're off camera.
If you're on my SWAT team, you start pulling security at this time. Let's go.
That's good shit, man.
Now, who took hold or who took custody of Mr. Ortiz?
We did. So we're going to sheriff's office.
And speak up a little bit.
Sorry.
Who in particular, one person was the one that basically was in charge of him?
That we transported?
Yes.
I took charge. I put him in the unit.
Okay. And why were you the one that took charge of him during?
He had asked me to accompany him in the vehicle.
Okay. Was anyone else in the vehicle with you when you?
Sergeant Felix Nunez at the time, and I believe the deputy that was driving the vehicle.
Okay. Did you ever read him his Miranda rights?
No. So I asked at the time, do we need to read his Miranda rights? Sergeant Felix Nunez advised me no, because we were not going to do any questioning at the time until we secured him at a secure location.
Okay. And you had testified earlier, you weren't the investigator on this case.
Correct. Yeah, I was.
What was your purpose solely at this point?
At this point, once SWAT got activated, my duties changed from CID to SWAT, and at that point was to apprehend the threat or eliminate the threat.
And as part of your training and experience, do SWAT members do the investigation or question the suspects?
No,
Like who takes charge of that?
the investigator.
Okay. Are you aware if the transport had video?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to view that video?
Yes.
Grant permission to approach the witness?
Yes, sir.
Approach with caution.
Let me show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 35. Do you recognize what I'm showing you here?
Yes.
Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to view this?
Yes.
How do you is what is depicted in this video a true and accurate depiction of what went on that night?
Yes.
And how do you know that you actually viewed this video?
Initials and date. My initials and date.
Tendering to defense counsel for any objections, Your Honor.
YouTube censors simping? Oh, I hope not. Maybe that explains why nobody's simping for me.
Yeah, guys,
Censors
simp for
it.
Jeff. Jeez.
No, not the guys. I don't want the guys simping. For
Guys, simp.
me. No. Most certainly not. Brandon Lesko says, I put a bill on your F It Friday stream. Add to pad. Yeah, I saw that. Thanks, I guess. All right. That's one that counts for real time. So still 3 days away, 9.5 shots owed. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. I mean, if you want to share the wealth, I can take some of that liquor off your hands. Just saying.
Tarisha, what is the claims in this case, Tasha? Tasha, I didn't get to look up my bifocals on. Tasha, what he killed 4 prostitutes, confessed to the crime, led the police to one of the bodies, and pleaded not guilty. I hate when people say pleaded not guilty.
He also is a border patrol agent, meaning he has greater
yeah.
access to human trafficking knowledge and understanding of how to evade detection. And he clearly failed. So not the smartest thing.
Now, see, look at this. And then see, it's like Jesse Pinkman 10 years later.
Maybe pick a darker photo where the brightness isn't turned up, like where he doesn't have flash on him.
Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. Danion says, now that I'm getting older, champagne, wine, and vodka Red Bulls, I happen to have insider information. You really like heavily lavender flavored cocktails.
Oh gosh, stop. If you didn't drink that cocktail, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. It was a
really
perfume. They made a perfume, not a cocktail.
That was bad. I will admit, it just sort of tasted like my grandmother's hand cream.
Right? Wait, how
That
do
was
you
a
know
bad
the
cocktail.
flavor of your grandmother's hand cream?
My grandmother was so into lavender. Like everything she had was lavender. She had 2 giant lavender bushes outside her front door. She was heavy into Avon, like lavender skin
no.
cream, lavender room spray, lavender perfume. She just loved lavender. So I can't smell lavender without sort of 1, gagging, and 2, thinking of my grandmother.
Oh, I'm sure she mixed the pasta salad with her hands and got the lavender lotion there.
Did you ever question the defendant in the vehicle?
No.
Did he make any statements to you?
Yes.
What statements did he make to you?
I believe we were exiting the parking lot.
Sorry, go ahead.
I believe when we were exiting the parking lot, he overheard us asking about the weapon, and he stated by himself that the weapon was located in the driver's side, I believe, door. And then I relayed that information to my supervisor.
Let me ask you, how far would you say from the Hotel Ava to the sheriff's station that he was transported to, how far would you say that is?
Well, I don't know if they really have a
approximately
background. Well,
several
he didn't
miles
have
from-
any criminal background. I would
Without
guess. They said he
using
didn't have any criminal background.
Police sirens and lights. How long? would it
mental
take a normal
evaluations. I
person
mean,
to
how
get
do you
from that
mentally
area
evaluate someone's a
to
potential
the station?
serial killer?
Possibly like 10 minutes.
And with lights and sirens, how long would it possibly take?
Less than 10 minutes.
Yes, I'm single, and I'm sorry that you love lavender.
Hey, simping for Jeff.
Are you familiar with the term trophy shot?
Yes.
And explain to ladies and gentlemen of the jury what a trophy shot is.
Trophy shot, we use that term in the military. Which begins in the military. Once we have a high value target or somebody in a particular level, you take a capture or killed. People usually take pictures to say we captured.
On this night in particular, was that phrase used?
Yes.
That's
By
a
who?
stupid name.
And what exactly did he say?
I believe he had mentioned something about the VA, and that's when I expressed myself to him that I was a veteran as well. And that's when he starts saying, "Take your trophy shot, take your trophy shot."
Dog, we've
And
only
we
got
expect him to go and
Strawberry sleeping over there on the
And he
chair.
continued to say, "I've taken plenty of those."
Hoot.
What was your exact response to that?
We're not about that, bro.
We're not about that, bro. Bro. What's your name? Tony. What's your name? Ezekiel. Sorry, I'll stop. I'm stopped. Tony, we're trying to make this as interesting as we possibly can. I promise.
Well, this is how most trials are. Like I said, there's not a lot of the whodunits and who's gotcha. This is how a trial goes. I mean, the subject matter is interesting. We don't get many border agent serial killer trials here, so that's kind of why we're watching this, because the subject
Time in
matter.
Afghanistan.
Yes.
Sex worker. Serial killer. Far
Jason
more
Momoa looks confused here. He's got the Khal Drogo eyebrows.
You recognize the images being
Mildly
shown on
racist.
screen right now?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury what that's showing?
That is us putting Mr. Ortiz in the back of the patrol unit.
Now, from the point that he is handcuffed and placed on the sat down on the bed of the truck
They are
to
here.
this point, how long would you say that is?
15, 20 minutes, probably less.
Okay, were you with him the entire time?
Yes.
At this point, is he already double handcuffed?
Yes.
Let me call you back, brother. I can talk to you right now.
It's 9.5, not 10 or 11.5, because the ones I've drunk tonight are being drunk today. So yeah, 9.5 for Friday so far.
Who's that second individual there?
At the front or in the,
Or in the back?
In the back is Mr. Ortiz.
And the other person?
That's Sergeant at the time, Felix Nunez.
Who's the guy sitting next to him?
It's gonna be Ramirez, Deputy Ramirez.
Oh, who's this guy?
That's me.
Okay. Just trying.
Yeah, we watched part of that on my stream during the break. Well, before this trial got started, we watched a little bit of that yesterday.
Are you freaking? Only in Florida would he be found not guilty by reason of
You do a
insanity.
motion there. You tap him on the chest.
Mhm.
What was the purpose of that?
Continue to monitor his health, make sure that he was breathing and he was all right the whole time, the whole ride over.
He was breathing just fine.
What, if anything, gave you that concern?
At that point, he's my responsibility. I gotta make sure that he's gonna get to point B healthy.
Good job.
Like the officer who with the cam, he was breathing a little bit hard.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I'm doing it. I'm gonna write on the backside of
Who are
this.
you telling that to?
Captain Calero.
And what are you telling him again?
That my radio had left it with Sergeant Gonzalez.
I don't know. Someone-
The 32 is in the tailgate of the instructor.
I'm going to ask you to explain that. 32 is in the tailgate of the truck. What does that mean?
Yeah, so at that point, I was under the impression that the weapon was in the back of his truck on the tailgate, and that's when he's gonna correct me voluntarily to tell me that it was in the inside of the driver's side of the door of the truck.
And who were you telling that to?
To Sergeant Felix Munoz.
Okay. Were you talking to Mr. Ortiz?
No.
What? The 32? Oh, it's in the tailgate of the truck. Oh, no. Of your truck.
Let's stop there. What does Mr. Ortiz tell you?
He corrects me to tell me where the weapon was at.
He tells you what exactly?
That it's inside his truck. Because he hears me say it's in the back of the truck, and then he corrects me and tells me it's inside his truck.
Inside the truck. Inside. Oh, no. And the door panel and the door panel and the...
You asked him something in Spanish. What was it that you asked him?
Where exactly? Donde metal, where exactly?
And what does he say?
Yeah, it is kind of boring. They need to be more focused on the important parts of what they're trying to convey to the jury.
I think they're using this case, I think you're right, as a good training for the prosecutor so that he can get training in capital cases.
I'm going to stop you there. You make a gesture with your hand. You tap him and you make a gesture. What are you doing there?
Yeah, he was breathing heavily at the time, so I was concerned for his breathing. I didn't want him to hyperventilate, so I was just trying to tell him to control his breathing at the time.
Is that also a reason for the double handcuffs?
Correct.
No, this wasn't bath salts face eater. That was a different Florida face eater. They do that a lot in Florida, face eat.
What are you asking?
About the air was hitting him in the face, trying to cool him down because it was a hot night.
Could you imagine being the victim?
This is a capital murder case, but they're not seeking the death penalty. It's a capital murder if in Texas, if more than one person if you're being charged with killing more than one person, it is a capital murder case, but they're just not seeking the death penalty.
And that's because the victims' families unanimously requested that they not seek the death penalty. Is it okay that I report spam?
Wait, who's spamming?
Oh, some lady I just reported.
On my channel?
I've never seen her in the chat before.
Wait, what was she saying? Who was it?
She likes older men and she has daddy issues. Come check out my link. Heart, heart, heart. And I don't think it was a Rickroll.
No, that was to me.
That was to you?
Yes.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm 33. She was the one that said she was single and liked lavender.
Oh no! I'm so sorry, Indigo. Oh my god, I'm the worst. How do I undo it? Hold on, I'll figure it out. Don't tell me. I won't ever do that again.
That's the
Big
rules of being a
mistake.
mod. Never do anything moddy.
Damn it! This is why mods are
So
gay.
we hear some voices in the
Exactly.
back. Is anybody questioning Mr. Ortiz?
No.
Now we're gonna
What
see
is
how
Mr.
fast the
Ortiz
chat
doing this
turns on
entire
you.
time?
Sitting.
No, I didn't, Karen. Forgive me. Forgive me, Chad.
You asked him there in Spanish something. What was
I
it?
asked him, is he
Take away my mod privileges. I don't want to do it again. No. I don't want to. Oh my gosh. You can't fire someone who quit.
Unless there's any objections, we would like to fast forward towards the end of the.
I quit. I don't deserve the power of the mod. I'm sorry, Indigo.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna hide my face in shame.
They're coming in too
Hey, told
fast.
him something there before you exit. What was it that you told
You're
him?
coming in too fast and furious to highlight.
I don't recall.
Okay, I think she learned her lesson.
I've learned my lesson. I'm sorry.
It's time to start being nice to Danny again.
No, you can hate me. It's okay.
Like, Mr. Ortiz?
What you told him.
Oh, that I'll get him on the
failed.
other side right now.
I failed everyone.
Danny committed a violation. She must show feet.
No.
Oh, that was funny. Okay.
Where are you guys at this point?
Well, that's the most
The
excitement
substation.
we've had in 2 days of this trial.
You guys are literally red. I'm like, really sorry.
All right, Chad.
I've apologized. I look like a cockatoo. Forgive me. Oh. I'm so sorry, Indigo. I'm I'm disappointed in myself.
It's too late, baby. Now it's too late. Okay, there we go. Sorry. All right. Flux, just backtrack about 3 minutes.
Flux, don't backtrack. Don't look at what I did. I'm ashamed.
I just sent you a DM. Danny mentioned previously that she's not exactly a fan of She-Hulk, and I thought it would be funny.
Now,
okay,
where
check it here in a bit.
Where did you escort Mr. Ortiz after you pulled him out of the vehicle?
Oh, so this officer's an escort? Ooh.
How far from that
Chat, my
location
feet
that
are
we
not
last saw to
attractive
the
at
interview
all.
would you
Otherwise,
say
I
it is?
totally would.
Approximately 20, 30 feet.
In terms of time, how many seconds would it take you to walk there?
No more than 10 seconds.
Were you with Mr. Ortiz the entire
Like
time
that, that was
from the
funny.
walk from the car to the interview room?
Yes.
And you had stated earlier that you watched the entire interview.
Yes.
Okay. From that point, did he say anything to you?
No.
From the time you pulled him out, everything we've seen to the time you pulled him out to when he enters the interview, did he say anything to you?
No.
Did he ask for an attorney?
No.
Did he say that he didn't want to speak to you?
No.
Did you initiate any
You're
type
doing
of
like a
question?
Jedi mind trick.
What,
with
if
this
anything,
man.
did you do next once you got him inside the substation?
We took him to the interview room, and I believe he needed to go to the restroom shortly after. We took him to the restroom and switched the handcuffs to the front of his body instead of the back.
And why do you switch the handcuffs to the front instead of the back?
Comfort.
Whose comfort?
His comfort.
Okay.
Light, bro.
Do you remember what Mr. Ortiz looked like that night?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, do you see him in the courtroom?
In the courtroom?
Did you see Mr. Ortiz in the courtroom? Can you identify him with a piece of
Yes,
clothing?
individual sitting there.
Okay.
This individual. Even this murderer right over there.
Once you get into the interview room, and you already mentioned you didn't interview him, but did you sit with him?
Yes, for a brief second.
Okay. Did you provide him with anything Any food, water, bathroom
I
breaks?
believe we gave him a water
Okay.
and a bathroom break.
Where were you in the station while the actual interview was being conducted?
In the conference room.
And where's the conference room in relation to that room where the interview is?
About three more rooms to the away from the interview.
And how is it that you're able to see what's going on in that room?
We have a TV that's monitoring the interview room, and it's live feed as they're conducting the
Oh
interview.
my God, is that
If
me?
you remember, how
Yeah.
long was Mr. Ortiz interviewed for?
All right, you guys, you got
It's,
your
it's
revenge.
a while. I
This
don't know exactly, but it was.
this
a while.
is your
Was it more than
sweet
6 hours?
revenge.
I can't recall.
Okay, at this point,
Danny, the loser mod.
how long had you been up?
Already been up for more than 42 hours, 48 hours.
Loser, amateur. Well, you've only been awake
Who else was in
42
the
hours.
room where you were watching the interview?
Those are
take place?
amateur
It
hours.
was,
You should try being a
we-
YouTube streamer.
Different agencies were there at that point. I think it was already established that he was Border Patrol. And at that point, Border Patrol had already made it to our location, DPS, Will County Sheriff's Office. I believe LPD was there too, if I recall right. And administration was there.
Now, as this interview is going on, what, if anything, towards the tail end of the interview sparks your interest, basically?
Yeah, he mentioned.
I'm going to object at this point. Relevance, Your Honor.
Rephrase as far as what sparks your interest. Sustained.
Okay, so what happens at the end of the interview?
Yes, at the end of the interview, Mr. Ortiz.
Again, Your Honor, I'm going to object to relevance at this time.
Completely
What
relevant.
happens at the end of the interview?
Well,
It's completely irrelevant. That's a good defense.
Hearsay, if he's going to say something that Ortiz said at this time, it's not relevant yet.
I don't
No.
know what he's gonna say.
Relevance
not
is
relevant
the interview
yet?
itself is obviously relevant, Your Honor, and it's Mr. Ortiz.
Nade, now is a good time to say that. Anyone,
We approach Your Honor.
every time is a good time to simp for Jeff.
Oh, sorry. I was paying attention to the trial. What?
I was just trying to save you from the simps. Okay, that's all. I'm sorry. Not even
Hey.
simps from the scammers. I'll never save you from simps. Simping is
All right,
a
what do you got here?
beautiful art.
Just a map nailed to the wall says, okay, I can't switch counts anymore. YouTube is exhausting, but we're up from our prior 10.5, mark at 11.5. Great. Thanks.
I'm gonna try and fix my hair now that I've made myself a cockatoo.
And Keystone Pirate. Vice, with you being in South Korea, do you see a lot of American age 64s and Apache helicopters flying? No, not so much. Very, very rarely. Down here in South in Busan, it's there's a U.S. Navy base up the coast. There's a naval port just up the coast here, a couple of miles. So actually, we see a lot more Navy helicopters.
Is that a reference to what is that? Not Smash, MASH.
No, they were just asking if I see Apache helicopters here. They didn't have Apaches back in MASH days.
So I was asking you
Jesse Pinkmano.
about the end of the interview. Did you hear the
Mistakes
end of the
were
interview?
made.
You were there present for the interview. Okay. What, if anything, did Mr. Ortiz say in that interview?
That there was one last victim.
Okay. What did you do when you heard that there was one last victim?
That's why I
We
do
stepped
it
to the
dark.
hallway waiting for instructions. Captain Calderon comes out, gives us the go ahead. We make it to mile marker 13,
Okay. And what did you find out in mile marker 13?
the last victim.
Okay. Did you do anything aside from go to the last victim scene after this point as part of this
We
investigation?
secured the site, and that was it.
And what did you see when you got to the site?
Well, we arrived to the location.
Your Honor. What did you see? What did you observe when you got to the last location?
Yes, we arrived at the location. We specifically been told where the body was at. We observed an individual face down with what appeared to be a wound into the back of the head. And no life.
About what time was it when you got there to that scene?
It was in the morning already. It was morning time.
Okay, and what would you describe the weather conditions
It was
as?
still humid and wet. I believe it was still drizzling and raining at the time.
In relation to the city of Laredo, where was this body?
Wow.
Mile marker 13 on the northbound right side of the highway, next to a berm of dirt.
Is that within the city limits or outside or right on the edge?
I believe city limits.
Okay. Would you consider that an outskirts of the town?
Yes.
We're past the witness at this time, Your Honor.
Well, it's about 12 noon already. So as I mentioned, we're going to recess close to noon. So I'm going to go ahead and excuse the jury for lunch. I'll ask the jury to be back by 1:15. And again, I'll remind you not to discuss the facts of the case, not to watch any news accounts regarding this case. And you're excused for lunch.
All right, to the jury.
I'm so sorry. I am so
There we go.
sorry. I made a mistake. Sorry. Jeez.
That was fun. That was the most fun we've had here during this entire trial. Thank you so much for that. All righty. Well, we've broken for lunch now. We got an hour and 15 minutes. It's now 3 a.m. here.
You should probably call it because you have the Friday fun stream.
Yeah, well, it still is only Tuesday. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do is we'll end this stream now. I have every intention of taking an hour nap and firing up the grill again. We'll set the alarm and see what happens. I could very well ignore it. We'll just have to see. Don't count. How do we want to say it? Don't count on me being back. Just hope, I guess. The chance. Okay. Who am I kidding? This is my problem. I want to keep going as much as possible. I want to keep doing this. I want to keep engaging. I want to keep doing this, but I know I shouldn't. I know I should at least get 5 hours sleep tonight. So yeah, I think we can sit here. We can chat for a little bit longer. Talk to you guys here while you wait to do whatever it is you're doing, and then I'll just call it a night. We'll see if I have can be a little busy in the office. What I'll try to do is watch the afternoon session at the office tomorrow. And maybe if, God willing, there's some highlights that I can bring up tomorrow. We might start this stream a little bit early, do a little bit of an overview on what happened in the afternoon. That kind of seems like the best thing to do, maybe. That's the wise thing to do. Just a map nailed to the wall again says, let Danny take over. All your subscribers will be banned from chat by the time you come back.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And what's scaring me is I don't see her messages or anything in the chat, which makes me think that I actually did somehow impact her ability to further simp. And I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix it.
That's no worries. She's here somewhere. Kaiser Pineapple, want to watch some painting? Come join me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, for a special mini painting stream. Please go ahead and do that. All right, our viewers are going away because it's lunch hour. Kaiser, I just plugged you. Well, that's that phrasing. You know what I mean. Oh, you definitely impacted chat ability. Nah, we're good.
I just
She'll be
reported it
back.
as spam. I'm pretty sure that did
She
nothing.
still chatted after the event happened. There we go. That's how we learn a life.
Lessons were learned.
Yeah.
Sorry. So are you really going to bed?
If you have time to watch the afternoon portion, you have time to go to the post office. No, I actually have to go to a department store for lunch, and the department store is across the street from the post office. So there's like a 75% chance I'll get to the post office tomorrow to try to see if they have available post office boxes. See, I should just lie and say they don't have any post office boxes available, and then you'd leave me alone.
That'd be the worst lie ever, though, because
Can't tap out now, Danny. Lost you 300 potential subs.
No!
You guys are making her feel bad.
No! Fine, I'll show you a shoe.
No, don't do that. That'll go up on the wiki feet.
There.
Okay, you can show us the shoe. Yeah, there's a shoe pic.
I'll show a shoe. Maybe
Yeah,
like a toe.
Were you here the night Stephen Gosney showed his foot?
I showed my foot. Yes, unfortunately, I
And it
was.
took like 30 seconds for it to be up on WikiFeet.
It was.
Which I didn't even know was a thing until that moment.
There you
All
guys.
right, so
You got toes. You got feet. Forgive me now. I've paid the price.
Kingslayer Damocles asks, what's the difference between a cop and a kidnapper? Don't know.
One
Hope
is
there's an answer
kidnapping
coming.
lawfully.
Well, that was actually part of a sovereign citizen court appearance thing I watched, where he was accusing the police officers of taking him into custody of kidnapping him because they didn't have any lawful laws with which to exercise their authority, and they took him against his will.
Yep.
That was the best YouTube chat. Thanks, Danny.
Thank
We
you.
tease you because we love you, says Flux.
I'll accept
So
the teasing.
What's the answer to the question there, Kingslayer?
What was
Leave us
Kingslayer's
hanging.
question?
What's the difference between a cop and a kidnapper?
Oh yeah, tell us the butt of the joke. Paid the Pied Piper. I did.
Yeah.
I paid with my dignity.
So anywho, let's kind of wind this down. Listen, I'm going to do the responsible thing. Here comes the answer. The answer is probable cause. Okay. There you beat him to just by less than a second. Oh, Corn Pope.
Oh wow.
You were a little bit ahead of there. So apparently everybody else knows the joke but me. What do I know?
And me.
All right, so guys, here's what's coming up on my stream for the next little while. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be looking at the Colorado LGBTQ shootings. Some of what do we know so far? Where do we stand with that? And some really, really crazy shit that's involved in that particular shooting. Have you followed that at all, Danny?
Oh, the hold on. Are we talking about the I doubt it neighbors?
No, last week there was a shooting at an LGBTQ bar in Colorado Springs.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And everybody somehow believes that this crack addict dad is actually Mormon and a porn star.
He is a porn star.
Okay, but was he actually
he's a porn star.
Mormon?
He is a meth drug. Yeah, he's Mormon. His wife is Mormon. The kid apparently was raised but no longer practicing. But like you say, when you use meth addict and porn star, you're not thinking practicing Mormon. I think he was probably on meth when he gave that interview because he was all squirrely and whatnot. But yeah, that's a thing. Apparently they are, and he hasn't. We'll get into it all tomorrow. It's a wild, stupid thing.
I want to know what's going on with the stabbing murders in Idaho still.
We just did a 2-hour stream on that.
Oh, we did?
Here.
I'm sorry.
We did.
It was early in the morning for me and I was still asleep because.
So you can go back and watch that up.
I will watch that up just for you, Jeff.
So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., we have the Colorado Springs LGBTQ shooting where we're going to deep dive in that, including porn stars, meth, and Mormons. And then at whenever the hell court starts, we'll be here doing this. And that was the deal. They said they were going to start at 9:30 a.m. local time. Then they changed it to 10, and then suddenly they started at 9:45. So I don't know what time. It will start whenever the hell the court decides they're going to start it. Thursday is my O.J. Simpson stream. Mark Furman is off the stand, but the ghost of Mark Furman continues to linger on. We'll be doing a cross-examination of another police officer by F. Lee Bailey. And Marcia Clark demands that Judge Ito resign and recuse himself from the trial because in those Mark Furman racist tapes, Judge Ito's wife, who is a police officer, was mentioned. So the ghost of Mark Furman will continue to rear its head for several weeks. And next week, O.J. Simpson stream, we're going to get to the if it does not fit, you must acquit bloody glove try-on thing. And then, again, we'll do this trial when it starts. Friday is the Fuck It Friday stream, which is all we've been talking about. It's a degenerate drunk fest where I just grift for as many $100 chats as possible. That's my big monthly griftathon, so I don't have to beg for super chats the entire month. We just get it all out of the way in one day. And we've got an all-star lineup. We mentioned the lineup before. Let's mention it one more time because there's been a couple of developments here just recently. coming on the stream. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, you'll meet them at some point until I lose consciousness or whatever, tap out. Ozzy Overlord, Steph the Alter Nerd, Joe Neerman, Good Logic, Farron from Fair and Balanced, Meme Copium, Andy Signor from Popcorn Planet, Christina from Radix Verum, It's the T-Man, proprietor of the Dragon's Treasure Tea, Megan Fox, the writer, Flux will be here, Danny will be here, and Drex has given I will try to be there. He has to work. He said he's going to try to sign in from his phone. It didn't work well last month, but Drex will try to be here. And Hannah, Farron's sister, has said that she will try to make it. So we've got a couple of more possible people, and Law Talk with Mike from Chicago. He's given an indication he may be attending as well. So it's going to be an all-star studded cast where we just sit, we tell stupid stories, we get all of the weird stories out of the way that I've just been collecting for a month, law things. Tug, I haven't heard from Tug yet. Haven't heard from Steve Gosney yet. But Tug doesn't do really big groups, so if Tug comes in, it'll probably be really early before everybody else does. So that's what we're looking at. And there's a couple more invites that have been sent out. So we'll just have to see who comes on. What was that?
Oh, someone said something mean in the chat. I like Farron.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's going to be people on there that you may not like.
Yeah.
You watch them anyway. Watch for other people. If you really can't stand to be watching someone, come back later when they leave, whatever. But there's going to be a whole bunch of people coming in and out. It's a no drama stream. We're not going to be. Drama gets you booted during that stream. We're all friends. So that's all how that's going to work out. And then
you know
Monday,
nothing, Danny.
Monday. Yeah,
it's true. I know nothing. I make mistakes. I'm a freaking Karen now.
Danny, what's on your horizon for the next few days?
Just daytime work. I'm going to get my Christmas tree set up. I am thinking of doing a live stream this week. I just am not entirely sure exactly when I'm going to do it. Probably in the evening. So if you want to join, you're always welcome to, of course, because you also are my ride and die. So please come and join anytime. And then, yeah, just going to be following up on the stabby stab cases in Idaho and the potential SA case with what is his name? Adventures with a Purpose. The lead guy in there. So I'm going to be looking at that case and seeing if I can get all the documents without having to grandma request it. So, and for those who don't know, grandma is the way that we obtain public records here in Utah. It's our public records request. Chat, stop trying to be gay with your drama. Yeah, chat, stop trying to be gay with your drama.
Oh, Tug, the celebrity gossip channel. Yeah, that Tug. Hopefully that Tug will be here. He's been here in the past few F Friday streams, so hopefully we'll be able to get him.
I like Drex. I just feel like I'm gonna annoy the crap out of Drex, and I don't know how to not annoy people. So.
You probably don't want to show toes on Friday, Danny. If Drex is there, Jeff can explain. Yeah.
Is he a foot guy?
No. Is an anti-foot guy.
Anti-foot guy. Okay, that's okay.
5 minutes till the footy. Come on, Jeff, please. Yeah, I'd like. Well, we'll probably be here for like another 10 minutes, then we'll wrap it up. So you got to figure out what to do for the next 30 minutes before your match starts. And Rose, turn my volume down and leave for a few minutes, and it runs amok. Like and subscribe. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Rose, we know how that goes. Kaiser Pineapple, want to watch? We did that already, so hey, here's another plug for you, Kaiser. All righty, that takes care of, I believe, all of the super chats. We got Danny. We got to wait for the Christmas tree to get up. Oh, we got another one here. Nope. Rose said she'd take over the stream if you can help her, maybe with StreamYard. Yeah, it's a little bit of not enough time to be doing that, I'm afraid. It takes a while to get things set up, but that's kind of something to do. What was that,
I have just relinquished all power and authority over the chat. So no banning for me ever again. No touching of the buttons. I will just listen.
That's the mod rule. Mods do nothing. If there are things, they get sent to me. And Rose is better. Yeah, Rose is better than everybody. Yeah.
Tits and ray gun, thank you. I will consider this my baptism. Please
Yeah.
contact the Holy Pope and have him sprinkle some water or whatever Catholics do to baptize babies.
Tell Drex to sit on your toe. No, come on, guys. That's a thing. But anywho, so all right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up here. Thank you, mods, for being here. Well, most of you anyway.
I said I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Well, I meant to, but I didn't have the requisite intent for the type of criminality that I ended up.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, mods. You keep us in check. You keep the thing going. You're great. Chatters, I don't care what anybody says. We do have the best chat on the entire internet. The Vice Squad rocks. And those of you that are, again, just doing your business, driving down the road, working in the office, have it on for background noise, whatever. Thank you guys so much for that. That helps as well. And come back later and leave a little like if you don't mind. We've got up to 1,086 likes, by the way. Give me 14 more. Let's get up to the 1,100 I wanted. Give me 1,100. Come on, 14 more likes and I'll be a happy camper. And thank you for all of the incredibly generous super chats. As always, it's not expected, not required, but gratefully accepted, especially during boring streams like this. It really, really helps. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Danny, for hanging out here with me and keeping me company.
Thank you for having me.
When there's a sidekick.
I will never touch buttons again, and I will just sit here and be your eye candy from now on, Jeff.
And we have we had 1,100, but someone unliked. God damn it. I had 1,100 and now it's back down to 1090. Now we're back up to 1,101. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. That's great. For those of you that want to wait, court is going to be back in 1 hour from now. I don't know what you want to do for the next hour, but I have no answers for you. I sent us over to the lawyer yesterday to talk about Amber Heard, and everybody got on my shit because they didn't want me to do it. So you're on your own. I will free you. You're all going to be free range YouTube viewers right now to go about your way. Danny on direct, you mean Jeff is your eye candy? Well, I hope so.
True. I will sit and admire.
Oh, and we got one more coming just at the nick of time. Very presumptuous to assume eye candy roll. It's natural.
Oh, so you think you're pretty.
Hey, Danny's the man eye candy. I'm the lady's eye candy. And hey, I expect it. Free to read. There you go.
I will also be a lady's eye candy. That is fine.
Yeah.
Actually, that's almost more of a compliment. Whenever
I'm comfortable with my legal vices, so. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you all at 8 a.m. Eastern for the update on the Colorado LGBTQ shootings, and then here at sometime between 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern for the start of day 3 of this trial. Thank you all. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a good morning. Until we see you again, enjoy your legal vices. Larax out.